Hello, everybody. How are you?
Good evening, everyone.
How you doing, folks? You all right?
Good stuff.
Right, just quickly, I just want to welcome everybody that's in the chat. I've already got 44 people watching, which is awesome. So thanks for turning up, everybody. This is the first episode of the Vintage Collection Show of the year. It's been ages since I've hosted a live stream. I've been on a couple of other people's or whatever, but this is the first one I've hosted in a while. So thanks for turning up. And basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going through the bracket, which has been put together by the SWTVC guys on Instagram, who I have John with me here. So I'm just going to introduce all the folks, and then John will tell you a little bit about the bracket and how it's put together and things like that. So sorry about the cough there. So, all right. So first off, just below me there, we have Christian from the Smuggler's Canyon. He has a YouTube channel. He's a good friend of ours. And I've got Christian on because more or less I think you're more of a 5POA collector stroke vintage toy collector, but when it comes to the vintage collection you like the carded, you collect them carded, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not entirely sure why only one gave a little chuckle there at the mention of 5POA.
How long
but yeah, absolutely.
Didn't take him long, did it?
It's come out fighting. Yeah, it's because of you guys that I collect Vintage Collection. I mean, effectively, when the movie line ended, I was sort of left with nowhere to go. And I'd been watching you guys for so long, and my passion for the Vintage Collection was definitely already there. So yeah, I started collecting, but I keep them on card. Yeah, because I love the artwork and I appreciate it. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's it.
We also have only one Kenobi, Nick. You all probably know who he is. How's it going, mate? You all right?
All right, yeah. Good to be back on. Good to see you streaming as well, Tim, you know?
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Good to see you back on, man.
Thank you very much. And then we have John, John Densmore from The Doors. No, sorry, John Lindquist from SWTVC. Sorry, mate. I always get confused.
So taking a break from touring to do this, yeah.
Yeah, it must be tough. The old, doing the drums on tour with The Doors. But, anyway, sorry.
That's all good.
So you are one of the members of the SWTVC group on Instagram. You're growing really quickly on that platform, and you've become quite good friends of mine over the past year or whatever. We did this last year, not in this format where we're actually going to be doing the bracket ourselves, but we talked about the bracket and whatever. So do you just want to give the listeners a bit of a insight into how the bracket works, how you get to the last 64 characters and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, thanks for having me. It's awesome to be here. Thanks for watching, everybody. So yeah, in January, we put out the call for fans to submit their top 25 most wanted new vintage collection figures. People were able to post on our Instagram at SWTVC, in the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Facebook group run by John Miko and his crew. We also got posts on Bantha Skull, Jedi Temple Archives, and in the French Facebook group. And then posts by you, Tim, and people like Victoria and Yakface and Portalum Dezuka, some of our friends in the community. So yeah, we got all those. We got a month of submissions. We got over 430 submissions, which was a lot more than last year, about 300 more than last year. So then tallied all those up. We got the top ranked figure on everybody's list. We gave 25 points. Next 24, 23, 22. So then we added all those up, ended up with the top 64. And then when we seed them into the bracket, we do the top ranked one against the lowest ranked one, and then the second highest against the second lowest, and we work our way towards the middle. And that's how we came up with the bracket.
Yeah, and the bracket, I'm just going to share my screen now. The bracket looks like this. It's essentially a tournament format where basically number one seed goes up against 64th seed and so on, and you get down to the middle and find out who the quarterfinalists are, semi-finalists, finalists, and then the ultimate winner. Yeah. Awesome.
A few different rounds. Yep.
Great. Yeah, so basically, so this is where the chat's going to get involved. So I'm going to say hello to the chat in a second, but I'm just
shouldn't John say, "Is everybody in? Is everybody in?" The March Madness is about to begin. But he'd do it better than me with his rich, authentic American accent.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm the only American here today. I feel I could do a British accent, but I won't embarrass myself. So it's all right.
It was the opposite last year, though, wasn't it? Tim was the only Brit on.
Yeah. Well, Nick's got us covered for any type of accents or impressions or anything else that you want. So don't worry about that. So that's the bracket. And basically there's 4 of us on today. So there is every chance that there's going to be a draw, so it could be 2-2 when we're picking our characters. And therefore we need the chat to help us out to be the deciding vote on certain ones. So we'll end up hopefully, being overruled or whatever, and you'll be seriously disappointed if one of your figures doesn't get into the next round. But tough titty, basically. That's how it works.
It is hard though, isn't it? When you're going through it is difficult. You have this sort of this conflict. It is fun, but at the same time, you're sort of arguing with yourself, like especially later on as the rounds progress.
Yeah, and even also at the very beginning. I mean, we'll see on the first 2 characters. There's one character that I think we'll probably admit that we've always wanted. All of us have probably, but he's up against a character that's from new media that is an extremely cool character in the show. So it is very difficult to sort of, and as you say, when you start whittling them down, it becomes very, very tough. So we're gonna do that in a second. I'm just going to say hello to the chat as I go, because I'm not going to put them all on screen because there's just so many to go through. But we've got loads of names in here which are very familiar to myself and Nick. And so we've got Rob Chewbacca, hi there, mate. Justin Tola, Darth Rock, Ryan Byrne, Des T, The Roo, Ray Dunkley, Tim Brainbridge, Bradley Harvey, Stuart, how you doing? Stu Norris, Connor Fuller, 3DPO Customs, JCT Toy Photography, if I can get that out. Straight Out of Coruscant, how you doing, my friend? Paul Morales, Daniel Chart, Sweet as an Angel's Fart. Carlos Vinagra, I think you might be able to, if that's pronounced like that. Brett on Fett, Space Hut, which is Lewis, how you doing? Toys of the Way, Phil the Force, Burton Wilson. I'm going to keep going down. Andrew Sabina, and we have a super chat already, which is awesome. So super chats are on if you want to support the channel. If you don't want to, that is also fine with me. Colin Fuller, just want to say, and I think I speak for many on here this evening, it's great to have BB stream again. Thank you very much, Connor. Appreciate that, my friend. Hopefully we're going to have a good night, and we're going to get straight into it, guys. So let's do this. Let's share this screen, and hopefully I'll be able to zoom in a little bit and get to the first selection.
And I will say we did have to put in the middle down there, which character do you want to see added as an all-new figure first? Getting onto the bracket in and of itself is a big achievement. There were so many characters submitted. So not that we don't want these other characters, but, just to throw that out there.
Absolutely. So we have the first one is Count Dooku versus the Tusken Chieftain from the Book of Boba Fett. So who wants to go first, picking out of there? We'll go with Nick.
I'll jump in. And I'll upset everyone. So I decided Chieftain. And the reason was there wasn't that many characters from the Book of Boba Fett that I liked, but I did really like the Tusken Raiders, and particularly the Chieftain and the little one as well. And I know Dooku is a void, a massive void, but I think if the 2 of them were hanging on the pegs and I can only pick one right now, given that it's new media, I think I'd go for the Chieftain.
Okay, so that's one vote for the Chieftain. Nick?
I mean, if you'd put Dooku head to head with not the Chieftain but the other one, Tasselhead, the warrior, I'd be more torn, but I've got to go with Dooku.
John?
I got to go. I have a lot of great Count Dooku figures, even though he's not in TVC, so I got to give it to never before made Tusken Chieftain, actually.
Ooh, okay. Right, so
It's tough.
Yeah, it is very tough. And I'm with Nick on this, because had it been the Chieftain Warrior, I would have gone with that. And the Chieftain Warrior, I believe, hasn't made the bracket. Is that right?
And we haven't discussed any of this beforehand. I don't know
No,
if
we
we've
haven't.
already-
We haven't. No.
That's just this is going straight out. This.
The Warrior was ranked number 79, so she just missed the bracket.
Right.
She missed it a little.
Because I think I mentioned to you on Instagram,
awesome.
didn't I? That I was quite surprised that the Chieftain got in there ahead of the Warrior because
Mhm.
the Chieftain kind of just stood there, whereas the Warrior
Yeah.
was involved a lot more, and she looked pretty cool. So I was surprised about that. So I'm going to go with Dooku. So what does that make it? 2-2?
We're tied already.
2-2 already. So in the chat, we need
There's a lot of Dooku going on in the chat.
We need everyone in the chat to write in the chat now who you think should go through in the first round. We're already asking the chat, and I'll try and.
It's like phoning a friend, isn't it? This kind of thing, you know, already.
Dooku.
The chat's going Dooku. Looks like
Dooku.
You've got to do it out of respect, haven't you? Because it should have been done already, and just get him in, get him done. I know what you mean, John. Though I've got countless figures of Dooku, but just one last one to be the cherry on the cake, Dooku. You know.
Yeah.
John Miko said no more old dudes.
No way.
As
no
once
way.
said by a Hasbro employee.
Yeah. Before they revealed 3 new Black Series old dudes.
Yeah, that was classic, wasn't it? Yeah. I can see that pretty much it's 90% Dooku in the chat, so I'm gonna put Dooku ahead. So now I've got to try and actually work out how to do this.
Is there a sound effect in when you put it through? Like, I don't know.
I'm not that high tech, my friend.
Oh, right.
But there we go. Dooku's there. Right.
Yeah.
So on to the next one. Right. We have. I'm going to go down the left-hand side. That's right. Yeah. I shouldn't like bung over to the other side. Yes, we're going to do this side of the bracket.
This is how we'll do it when we do the voting starting on Monday.
Right. Yeah. That's right, because we should also add that the voting starts on Monday on the SWTVC Instagram. So if you don't follow them, you need to follow them. And basically every day, how many votes are you doing a day? Because there's a lot of characters, isn't there?
Yeah, we're going to have voting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with results coming the day after. So I think the first day it's going to be quite a few matchups. Right. And then it'll get less as it goes on, but it'll get probably more difficult as it goes on too. So
yeah,
we might have another link for people that don't have Instagram, but yeah, definitely check us out over there. Have these conversations, post your bracket, all that fun stuff. As you can see, it's already difficult, just one matchup into the thing. Yeah.
And right, let's move on to the next one, because we've got a lot to get through, and it's going to get more difficult as we go on with more conversation around the choices, I would imagine. So next one is Garazeb or Zeb Aurelius, I think that's how you pronounce it, versus Echo from the Bad Batch. So this time we'll start with you, John.
All right, same reason last time. We have Zeb in the 5 POA behind me somewhere. Don't have any 3.75-inch Bad Batch Echo, so I'm going to go for Echo. We need the Bad Batch, the whole crew in TVC.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick.
Well, I'm going to vote Echo as well. He's just kind of like swayed my choice on that one. It's a tough one, but yeah, go with Echo. I'd like him to see generally like a pack of them all together, all 4, because I want them loose, But
yeah.
But on cards they'd be good together as well, I guess. I haven't got the wall space for that though.
And Christian?
Exactly the same reasons as John gave. I've got him in 5 POA, so need Echo.
I think it's a clean sweep for Echo. I'm going to go with Echo. Essentially, I think as much as I'd like the Rebels characters, it's been a while. It's been a long time, and Echo's quite fresh still. And I think also when things like the Ahsoka series comes out, and we'll see Ezra possibly, I think that's when you'll start getting them in sort of realistic form rather than animated form. So I can wait that long for them. But I think we need to strike while the iron's hot with these Bad Batch figures with season 2 coming and stuff like that. So Echo for me.
You can imagine them all being really good when they make those figures. They'll be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Clean sweep for Echo.
Ooh.
All right, then. So this, now it gets a bit difficult now, because we've got Hunter versus pre-Vizsla. So it might be another clean sweep for that fact, but pre-Vizsla. So Christian?
So I actually went with Hunter, and that's because I want to see the Bad Batch group. And if I'm honest, I wasn't really too sure who Vizsla was. I'm not a massive animated guy, and yeah, Hunter, because although Bad Batch is animated, it's more recent, and I think having the crew would be very cool.
Yes, I'm not. I love all the animated stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I've probably only seen the Clone Wars twice all the way through, and there's so many episodes. You know, people say, "Oh, do you remember that arc where they did this, that, and the other?" And I'm like, not really. I only watched it a year ago, but it's hard for me to remember. But Vizsla's the guy that introduced the Darksaber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played by Jon Favreau, and Maul cuts his head off in season 5.
Right. There you go. John knows.
Spoilers.
Which episode of series 5, John?
It was in the Mandalore arc before Darth Maul takes the throne. I don't remember the exact episode. Sorry to say, but
Nerd alert. Right, we're all nerds here. Don't worry. Only One Kenobi.
Yeah, Hunter all the way. When I looked at the list earlier, I looked through, and I was actually not going to put through Echo for some reason, just because we've had Echo not in that presentation, but we've had Echo, and he's my sort of least favorite looking of the Bad Batch. But with this one, it was 100% Hunter. He's like one of the best looking Bad Batch members, so 100%. And with Vizsla, we've had a lot of characters like that recently, Bo-Katan, and
that's true.
So saturation of the Mando visor, isn't it? Really
it's refreshing a bit.
Yeah. And John?
Yeah, I gotta go Hunter also, because they did a Vizsla. He has sort of 2 looks in the show. They did his first look from season 2 as an animated figure. I'd still love to get his second look from season 4 and 5, but I'm sure they could use they're making a lot of new Mandalorians, especially Clone Wars Mandalorians this year. So I'm sure we'll get that repaint before too long, probably.
So it doesn't really matter what I vote, because it's 3. It'd be 3 against 1, but I would have gone Hunter as well, purely because we need a John Rambo figure in Star Wars.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah, you've already, that Republic Commando is not far off, isn't he? The Republic Trooper. He's got that machete thing going on. Yeah, he's awesome.
I just need to address a super chat in here.
Fidel Castro,
the Cuban dictator.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. And if you want to send me a cigar at the same time, they're pretty cool as well. He's saying if it's a clone, it gets picked. I'm kind of with you there, mate. But it depends who they come up against, which is the glorious thing about the bracket.
Last year, I'll say real quick, there was a lot of Mandalorians on the bracket from Clone Wars and from Mandalorian and Rebels. They all did really well last year. So, but a clone versus a Mandalorian, it might be a little more difficult.
Yeah. Right, now this one's a hard one. Okay, so we've got Velken Tazeri versus Taym Drengaran. I think that's how you pronounce it. Might have pronounced that wrong, but Taym, however you pronounce it, he's the guy that shoots Luke's hand, right?
Oh,
yeah.
And Velken Tazeri is the guy missing from the skiff.
They both have a similar yellow vest,
they do,
added
probably
vest.
the same actor, isn't it? Probably.
I don't think it's the exact same, but it's very similar.
Yeah.
And Velken has like blue sleeves. He's wearing like a nice dress shirt. Kind of looks like a Rebel Fleet Trooper shirt almost.
Yeah.
And Velken, he's rocking the suns out, guns out. So,
well, it's hot in Tatooine, so why not?
Yeah.
I'll go first on this one. I'm voting Velken Tazeri. I did a video only yesterday about the finishing the scene of the prisoner skiff. It's the only figure that we're missing from the prisoner skiff. And also, if I didn't vote Velken Tazeri, John Miko would probably kill me. So I have to vote Velken. So what about you, John?
Yeah, same answer. We got to finish the skiff. There's a lot of sail barge guys to get to, but the one more for that skiff. So got to hashtag vote for Velken.
Yeah. Nick?
Yeah, I'll go with that as well. I think that's a good shout. Finish the skiff. Yeah.
Christian?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really mind between the two, but ultimately I went with Velken because of the community and everyone crying out for him.
Yeah. Oops. Right. So we can also already see some pretty interesting matchups coming up.
Ooh, wow.
All right, we move on then. So we move on to Kanan Jarrus versus Han Solo in Takodana, so a Force Awakens figure.
That's interesting, isn't it?
You go first then, Nick.
Yeah.
Why is it
well?
interesting?
Contrary to our friend there, I appreciate a good sculpt on a 5POA figure, but we've only had that Han Solo as that 5POA, so I'd be tempted to see that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's crazy, really. It's a funny one, this one, but I think I'd vote for that because the only other Han we had was that Black Series thing with the snow jacket thing.
Yeah,
which could have been vintage.
Strange choice, that, isn't it?
But this thing now, because we haven't had a fully articulated older Han, although really as the years go by, my appreciation of that film is nosediving. I was watching Mauler's latest video on that today, actually. But anyway, I don't know. And who's he up against? I've forgotten.
Kanan Jarrus.
Oh, you see, again, I don't know. It's all or nothing really with them, and I don't really fancy anything from what's it called again? Rebels, really. So no.
Okay.
Han Solo.
Christian.
He'll probably get wiped out very soon in the next round.
I'll echo only one.
Okay, John.
I might give it to Kanan because they haven't done his. Again, he has a second look where he was blinded, and he wears that cool helmet in Rebels season 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
Also want Han, but I think I have to give it to Kanan this time because both of them were made in 5POA, but his second look was never made in any line.
He's a lot better. He's a lot better as a character as well when he goes along, isn't he? In the later series.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm going with Kanan. I mean, I know I said earlier about the Rebels and what have you, and it being all or nothing, but when it comes to, do I really want an old Han Solo? I don't know. I don't really have anything else that it can go with particularly.
Well, that's why I chose it, Tim. I've got so few Force Awakens things. We just need, say, maybe another couple to just get a nice lineup because it's just so bare, you know. But
saying that, I don't have any Rebels characters for Kanan to go with. So, that's tough. I can't decide. So I'm gonna vote Kanan. So then it goes to the chat. That's what I'm gonna do. And John is saying no more old dudes. So everyone in the chat, if you wouldn't mind, once again, put in your votes for old Han Solo or Kanan from Rebels. Now, I get a lot of comments on my videos about the Rebels characters. They seem to be quite wanted, so we'll see. Kanan. It's not looking good for...
not looking good, is it?
Kanan.
I just had the original character in my head, really. The older, another one that's in a realistic style, I'd be tempted to.
And you guys normally specify in the bracket if it's like a particular version, don't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. For Kanan, we kind of added all the versions together because some people just said Kanan and some people specified, so we just said, we're just going to throw them all together. But yeah, we'll have an image of the season 3 and 4 version because again, Black Series just got all the Rebels figures repacked with photoreal paint last year, and then Han is coming in Black Series this year again, which I didn't see that coming. But one of the many old men they said they didn't want to release this year, but.
So right. Ryan Gehring's got a good point here. He's saying Kanan, quite an emotional send off he had. He did. It was I liked Kanan in Rebels. It was good. I think most people are saying Kanan, so we're going to go with that. And then he'll get knocked out next round.
After all that.
Oh, hang on. What's going on here? That hasn't worked, has it? There we go. Right. Next one up is Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi or Migs Mayfield in the prison transport outfit. So his season 1 outfit. And we'll start with Christian.
Which only one Kenobi is it? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sorry.
Yeah. So Ben Kenobi from New Hope. Yeah.
Old Ben. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go Migs
The old
Mayfield.
dude.
Migs Mayfield.
Right.
Any reason for
Short
that?
and
Or
sweet.
just short and sweet. Okay.
I just think the figure would look awesome. You know, all those guns coming out the back and everything. Oh, I think it'd look fantastic.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now he's just said that because I was thinking, why would you want? We're getting Migs, you know, obviously season 2 attire. But yeah, with that would be interesting. I'd be tempted by that, Christy, but I'm gonna have to say Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Understandable.
Two reasons, obviously. Yeah, regardless of my channel name, nothing to do with that. The fact that we need that because we haven't had him, have we, since 2004? Plus, you know, well, you know, on a vintage card, but also I really hope they give us the alternative blue lightsaber card back. That would just be amazing. The alternative card, you know,
That's true.
that would be awesome. But they probably won't, will they? They'll give you the yellow saber
They
one.
won't.
But
They
come on,
won't.
if you're listening, Asbro, do the bloody
both.
blue one.
They changed it for the 501st, so nothing's out of the realms of possibility. But I think for a core character like that and the 096 card, they'll probably end up going with the one that we've already got, I would imagine. But who knows? Chris Curran, thanks for the super chat, my friend. He's going with Frog Lady all the way for the win.
Got good taste.
That's funny. And the eggs.
Yeah.
Little thing. That'd be great. In the liquid. They actually had liquid in there as well, like floating little bits of plastic.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
she's coming up. She's
the
coming up.
backpack or something. The backpack would be cool, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? So what did you go with, Nick? Did you go with Obi-Wan or?
Yeah.
You did.
Oh,
John?
Ben, yeah.
I'll go with Mayfield because we do have a couple good Obi-Wans, even one on a vintage card, even though it was before Vintage Collection. But we're getting the season 2 Mayfield. I want the season 1 version as well.
Right.
That's my vote.
Interesting.
Okay, as much as I love Migs, and it would be a cool figure, I've got to go with Ben.
Good lad, Tim. We're getting Migs, aren't we? You can wait.
Because it's been a long time since we've had. I mean, the Legacy Collection one's a decent one. They could probably just mod that. But we do need that card back in the line.
The face sculpt on the 5 POA Obi-Wan from I think it was the Last Jedi line. That was really good.
Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah.
So
So maybe they could use that with a bit of photo real on and use most of the Legacy Collection one. I don't know. That would be pretty.
I would love it if they did that alternative card back. I know I've said it before. I'm going to say it again though, but that would just be because it's better, isn't it? That yellow lightsaber just doesn't work for me.
He's like falling backwards at a 45-degree angle for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. He's over there.
So that makes it a draw. So once again, the chat, we need you guys to give the casting, the final vote. So if you wouldn't mind just voting right now, Ben or Migs, and then we'll see what comes through. We've got old Ben Kenobi.
Tyler's chatting in the SWTVC. It's not me chatting also,
Okay, yes, all
for
right.
the record. Yeah.
Daniel Chart is not voting for Migs there. He's just saying something about pointless, but it looked like it was.
Yeah, he has put Ben. So
Yeah,
Ben,
good.
Ben, Migs, Ben. Feel the force. It's more likely that we'll get Migs at this stage. But he's voting Ben.
Has John Miko commented about old guys yet?
He did, yeah. He said, yeah.
I said, hey, John Miko, king of TVC.
I think it's a resounding win for Ben. That's
Great.
what I'm saying anyway. Oops.
Just finish the 96. There's loads of comments, people saying that finish the 96.
Yeah.
Get him done. Get him out of the way.
They did
Give
quite
us
a
the
few
best
in 2021. I think Yoda's the only one coming up this year so far that they've pipelined or announced or revealed.
Yeah. So Ben won that. All right. So next up we have the second sister Inquisitor.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Shasta. Do you want to pronounce that one for me, John?
Shasta Teal, I think.
Shasta Teal. There you go.
Yeah. The Shasta's Redemption, or I don't know. I'm going to go with second sister Inquisitor. Shasta Teal is the Ishii Tib from Jabba's palace. She's on Luke's card back. she's cool. She's needed. A lot of these Jabba's Palace characters are needed to fill out the new palace we're getting next year for the 40th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
But my teammate Carlo would kill me if I didn't pick the second sister Inquisitor. He's been really wanting her for a long time. So yeah.
Okay, I'll go next. So what I'm doing is I'm switching around the order of when we say them, so we don't influence each other on every single one, if you know what I mean. I'm going to go for the second sister as well. Amazing character, cool design, baddie, which is always a plus. We need more baddies. And also, is there a room that she's going to be in the Kenobi series? One of the Inquisitors aren't they? So
some of the concept art showed a character that looks a lot like her. I think it takes place a few years after the game. I won't spoil that, but it might not be her, might be her. We don't know, but
yeah, I've played the game. I thought she was cool, so I'm going second sister. Christian.
So on my bracket, I went with second sister as well. I just think she looked really cool.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be a good card back, that one.
Mm.
And Nick.
I'm surprised you've all voted for the second sister or Barrisophi's sister. She looks just like Barrisophi, doesn't she? No, Sasha Teal for me. Shasta Teal.
Oh,
that's the Ishi Tib, right?
Yeah.
Seventh, real quick. Seventh sister is the one who's the same species as Barris. This is the second.
Oh,
sister.
I'm sorry. Oh, the second.
You put them in a lineup.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe. Hang on a minute. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not even qualified to be voting on this. Bloody hell. Second.
I don't know if that changes anything for you. Probably not.
I'm so sorry.
With the helmet on, they're very similar.
I'm going to stick with the original trilogy. Go with the Ishi Tib.
But it's three votes for.
It's pointless, isn't it? I just thought I'd put it out there, you know.
Yeah, that's what's
was she voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar, or was that seventh sister?
It's seventh sister.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Okay, next one. Now this is a tough one actually. Well, it might not be. I don't know. This is Cal Kestis versus the Biker Scout. So we'll start with you, Nick.
This is the red-headed Jedi, yeah.
This is the main character from Jedi.
The Ginger Jedi. Yeah. No, I've got to vote for him because my mate Tom would he would want that. He's a big fan of Cal Kestis, so I'm going to vote for that. And hang on a sec.
And the Biker Scout.
Yeah, the Biker Scout. Well, I don't think there's a massive urgency for that, really. Go for the newer character.
Okay. John?
Yeah, same. Cal Kestis. I don't hate the Biker Scout that we got in the Fallen Order. Now that we've been getting some of these Fallen Order secondary characters, we need second sister and Cal to go with them. So got to vote for Cal.
And I know it's not the vintage collection, but you've got it in the VOTC, and you can still kind of, although they are getting yellower and yellower as the years go by, but still.
And Christian?
I actually went with Biker Scout because I think that if we got a Biker Scout, it might prompt other things like speeder bikes and things.
Well, we've had enough to prompt those speeder bikes anyway. Luke and Leia for starters, you know what I mean?
And Poplu and IG-11.
Yeah.
So if I go Biker Scout now, it makes it a draw, doesn't it? But I am not going to do that. I'm going to go Cal Kestis because if I've just voted for the second sister, so I'd look pretty stupid if I didn't vote for Cal Kestis. And I think it'll just be a pretty cool character to have. I can imagine the card back being pretty cool, and I did enjoy the game. So, and I think the Biker Scout, I'm worried about the Biker Scout because I want them to do a new one like they did with the Stormtrooper, because that, I could imagine us getting like a 4-pack, for example, of Biker Scouts, and I would hate for it to be the version that we already have. I think that'd be a shame. So
yeah, she does look pretty cool. So just go back to her. Sorry.
The second sister.
Yeah. So I didn't know what I was voting for on that one. Sorry. Didn't do my bloody homework, did I?
She won anyway, and she'll be up against Cal Kestis in the next thing.
All right.
Interesting. Right. We are up against. We now have Luke Skywalker. This one's tough. Luke Skywalker Tatooine versus the Snowtrooper. Now, I presume that this is the Imperial Stormtrooper Hoth battle gear. Yeah.
Yes. I had to simplify it for the legibility on the bracket, but yes.
Yeah, because Snowtrooper is what they call the ones, the fake ones from the Force Awakens.
Oh.
We'll start with Christian.
Snowtrooper, hands down.
Yeah,
it's my favorite Kenner figure. Love it. We need it. Snowtrooper.
Yeah. Nick?
I can understand why you voted, because they are great, aren't they? But I'm sorry, Luke Skywalker. What are you thinking? Insane, isn't it? I mean, that needs to be done before a Snowtrooper gets done.
It's all about opinions, and I like your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you sway my vote, but I like your opinion.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, because both of them were released on vintage cards before Vintage Collection, but I think the Snowtrooper is a better figure than the Luke that came out. And there's a couple of Lukes that they did later, like in Legacy, that were okay, but I think we need an all-new Luke.
Yes. Hope. Well, I got a bit nervous then. I thought you were saying, it's a...
Yeah.
No, I could make
exactly,
it 2-2.
That's why they need to make it. Yeah, exactly. They've not done it right, and they will do, because they're getting close with Mark Hamill.
Like the new Lando, a Luke at that quality would be incredible.
All those Lukes have been great. The Jedi, the pilot, the Yavin ceremony, and was there another one? I can't remember.
Endor wasn't too bad.
Stormtrooper one was pretty good.
Stormtrooper, that's the one. Stormtrooper disguise. They're nailing Hamill. So yeah,
the new head sculpts. Yeah.
Daniel Chart's not happy with me.
I'm not going to send this to a chat vote. I'm going to go Luke Skywalker. I think he is probably for me my most wanted OT figure. I think.
Yeah.
I think for like an original 96. I don't really like any of the versions that we've got for various different reasons, and they need an all new one. And the same reason about the Biker Scout that I just gave there, I think we need an all new Snowtrooper as well, and that really concerns me again with those 4-packs. Don't just put that one that we've had in countless times into a 4-pack with the Commander or whatever. We need an all new one of them. So I'm going Luke Skywalker. So
imagine it as well with the hat, the kind of stick thing. You've got the rifle and the poncho, all of it, all the accessories in. Bring it all on.
You could do a regular one on the card and then a deluxe version with all that stuff and a treadwheel droid or whatever else you want. Or giving them ways to charge more money.
I was very careful there not to do a Black Series box Luke Skywalker. What did they call him on that?
They had 2 typos in the same box. There was Luke Squawker and Luke Sky Walkwar or something.
Walkwar.
Yeah. Walkwar.
Brilliant. So sorry, Christian, your favorite character is out at the first hurdle, so you might as well go home.
I'll get my coat. Yeah, I'll get my coat.
Taxi for Christian.
All right, who's up next?
Ooh,
we've got a Sarge. Ooh, these are getting.
Have a look at this.
These are getting tough. I guess when you've got like 2 that are near the middle, it's going to be close, isn't it? Whereas like Seed 1 versus 64 is. So a Sarge Ventress versus Dryden Voss, and I presume that is Clone Wars Ventress, yeah.
Yeah, her main Clone Wars look. A few people specified. I wanted her bounty hunter look. A few people specified other things, but we're going with her main Season 1 Clone Wars look.
Okay.
Which just got put in the Black Series last year.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to do Ventress, isn't it, really? You've got no living human actor or actress, to kind of base a face on. You've got to base it on animated versions. And there's one realistic one of her that I've never really liked, that Legacy one. She looks like that, the whatever her name is used by Masamida in the...
Sly Moore.
Sly Moore, yeah. And I don't think that's what Ventress would look like. Well, she might.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm just saying, when we've got, like, the Ahsoka thing now, we know what Ahsoka... You can base it, and they are basing it slightly on Rosario, aren't they? So, but with Ventress, I would like to vote for... I'm sorry, I'm pushing right in here. I want to vote for Ventress, by the way.
Okay.
I love Ventress, but I am still nervous about that. And Dryden Voss is a great character, but I think Solo's come and gone now, and just having random Solo figures is not really a thing, really.
Mm-hmm.
Because he'd lose to Dooku any day, him, in my requests.
So I was actually going to come to you last, Nick, on that.
I'm sorry.
But that's
I'm really sorry.
That's
you had an
order. John?
I got to go with Dryden on this one because he was, as you say, rumored for the 5 POA line, but never made in 3.75 at all. Whereas we have several animated and comic Ventresses, so got to go with Dryden.
Okay. Just before I ask you, Christian, in the chat, from what I can tell, it's quite a split. A lot of people want Asajj, but there's also some love for Voss as well. So
both of them were on my
sorry.
He's great, Dryden Voss.
But both were in your top 25, were they, John?
Yeah, the Bounty Hunter version of Ventress, again from season 5 later on in the Clone Wars, but they never got to that one. But I got to give it to Dryden here. Actually,
I've got a bone to pick because talking about who is in our 25s, I've got, where is Garandan? I put Garandan as my number 1. He would get 25 points because
he ended up at number 100. He appeared on a handful of lists, but not a ton. You gotta start a petition, #GoForGarindan, and we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah. Was he in it?
Long snoot is the long shot, maybe, I don't know, something like that.
He got in last year, didn't he?
No.
Oh, okay. No one else wants.
It's like what Brent said to him. It's like what Brent said. He said, "Where are all the people under 40? Yeah, it's like Logan's running here. Yeah, all these people who don't know who got or whatever. Yeah, not the original trilogy people."
I just think the card back would look immense for him. Yeah. Anyway, he's not on the brackets.
It'd be great.
Forget about it. Christian,
talk about him then.
Right. Well, I'm going to upset Daniel Chart again. Yes, Dryden Voss is a gaping hole, and the solo 5 POA line is stunning, I might say, and it is missing Dryden Voss. But I think Asajj Ventress would look amazing. It'd be so interesting to see what they did. I'd like to see it.
Okay, so now if I vote Voss, it's going to go to the chat, and to be honest, I won't be able to. It'll be too much of a split, and it'll take me too long to work it out. So I'm going to go Asajj because I think she's a great character anyway, and I do like the Clone Wars. So.
But she's also a villain, so it's like we're putting out a villain, but it doesn't matter because and she's female, so you'll win points there as well.
Oh, I just put Asajj. That's not good, is it?
Yeah, no, but Dryden Voss is great, and we do need him. We haven't had him. It's crazy. I've got that 6-inch figure. I was going to open that actually and see what that's like, but again, I'm trying to get rid of all that sort of stuff now.
like Lewis said in the chat, that was sort of the point when the Black Series really started to get more characters that 3.75 or TVC wasn't getting at all. When Dryden came out, and there was a whole wave, and just kind of started diverging a lot from there. So I don't know.
Also, with Dryden Voss, would you want him with the red things on his face when he's angry, or do you want him just normal? Or maybe could they do something like the color changing droids from Disney parks or whatever?
The Black Series one does have that, where if you put him in near the freezer or whatever, the red things come out, and his little
HasLab do his yacht as well, make his yacht, and that'd be awesome.
Be 15 feet tall, and
oh yeah, imagine that.
Right, I know what John's going to vote on this one. This is Sim Aloo versus Ben Solo from Exegol. What's Exegol?
That's the planet where.
How is it?
I love that. That's so funny.
How is it? Okay, I'm only kidding. Who are you going to vote for, John?
I gotta go.
Brilliant. I love that.
He was number 1 on my top 25. I gotta go sweet Sim Aloo. Yeah. Sorry, Evan from SWTVC, but I do love Ben Solo. Ben Solo was also on my list, and I do want him, but I gotta go.
Is Exegol Ben Solo the one in the next sweater?
He's in, over in America we call it the Gap sweater. Yeah.
Gap sweater, right?
Yeah. I did a custom. I did it. I took that Legacy Collection Anakin concept. Anakin all in black, and I swapped him with the Kylo Ren, and it looked like the Ben Solo. Just as black, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
Oh dear. To all the people in the chat that loves the sequels, I'm only joking. All right, I am only joking. Just to get that out there.
Hang on. To all the people in the chat who like the sequels, why? Watch the anti-trilogy 25-minute video by whatever his name is.
It is quite a good video, that, yeah.
Really good.
But there is there's a lot of votes for Ben Solo in the chat. There is. So, you know, people want these characters, and that's fair enough. I do want characters from the sequel trilogy, but if they're up against somebody in the OT, then, you know, which is why I'm voting Simu.
Yeah.
Nick?
Well, you know, just for people in the chat who, you know, I am having a bit of a laugh and a joke there about the sequels, but I did do a custom, as I say, of Ben Solo, and I don't know if it's the blue lightsaber or what, but I have that's got a lot of appeal to me. That, so I would not say no to a Ben Solo card coming along, but no, I 100% Simu, much needed figure that in the modern line. That
especially as we've just got the Emperor, we've got the reissue of the Raw Guard.
So, Emperor's Throne, and so Simu, if people don't know in the chat, he's the only Kenner figure from the trilogy lines that has not been made since they relaunched it in '95. There's plenty that need new sculpts or new cards or whatever, but yeah,
that one's never been done.
Yeah, there's a few that need mustaches, like me and Christian, but you know,
because essentially it's a super boring character, but they did the other Imperial dignitaries in various lines, like the Saga line, and
almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. John, what's the name of the guy who does the "My Lord, Director Krennic has arrived"? Who's he?
That's Vane. Vane. He does, and because that's also the name of one of the Imperial dignitaries, Kryn Blista Vane. So this is Vane. I don't know if it's supposed to be the same guy or maybe his cousin or something.
I'll tell you what, guys. Are you glad we got John on or what? Because like.
Who's on the bracket, for God's sake? Yeah.
How do you know what that guy's name is? Have you read the Solo like dictionary thingy or whatever it is?
I do.
Visual dictionary. Yeah.
Every single thing is just committed to memory. I don't remember my family's birthdays, but I remember Vader's attendant. You know.
I'm just gonna read this one out here. Justin Horbs, $5. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. I'm with Bosk. We need Garandan. He's even voiced by John Wayne.
Oh wow! Yeah, I've heard about that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Right. So, John went Simu. I went Simu. Nick went Simu, and Christian's going Vindaloo.
Well, because I love nothing but abuse, I'm going to go with Ben Solo, and that's because although I own Simu, the truly vintage figure, he is boring as hell, and they could just re-release him, to be fair, on a vintage card back. Let's be honest. Whereas we've got barely any Rise of Skywalker sort of card backs, and although I'm not a huge fan of the film, I do like collecting the figures that go alongside the films, and we don't have many.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Christian, but you're outvoted.
Yeah. What if we made him 5 POA? And also you could do, because he's just a political statue, and I wouldn't care, because you could just have him underneath robes. Sod any articulated.
Exactly.
Yeah, he could just
same body as Bib Fortuna, probably.
Yeah. Or
Christian in there. It's not Christian, is it? It's Simu.
You can put me in there if you want. Put me in the bracket.
Right.
Daniel Sharp's going to throw an egg at me when we get to Echo.
Right. Next one up is Baze Malbus versus Omega. I'll go first. It has to be Malbus for me.
Oh my God.
Baze Malbus all day long. And not that I don't like Omega or Omega, whatever you call her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She never turned up though, did she? I thought she was going to make appearances. Like Book of Boba Fett, there was all but that didn't happen, did it? Didn't happen, but still.
Yeah, for me it's Baze Malbus all day long. John?
I assume Baze is going to go forward, so I'll give a little shout out to Omega, because at least we have a 5 POA Baze. We have no Omega again.
Don't chance things, John. All right, don't presume, because you're risking everything there by saying that. Because
I'm sorry.
You don't know how everyone else is going to vote. You see?
That's true.
And then we're going to have Omega in, and you'll be like, God. Yeah. That's fine. You vote for whoever you want, mate. You're going Omega, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Why? Oh no.
Baze is right here on my shelf. Even if he can't, bend down, but he does exist.
Yeah, true.
So he gets a point for that.
Nick?
Yeah, I've got no problem with Omega at all, really. I like the concept of her, but no, I've got to go with Baze Malbus on this one, definitely. Oh, yeah, you get more plastic anyway. Well, you will do, won't you? Kid characters or whatever.
And we just got Qi'ra as well, man. His buddy's missing, isn't he?
Brilliant.
So.
You're
Christian?
welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Baze. Qi'ra and Baze need to be reunited. That card back and that figure are amazing for Qi'ra. Baze needs to be in the line.
Yeah. Thank heavens for that. Right. Not because I don't like Omega, but Baze is definitely one of he's up there for me. Like high
I completely agree.
High up in my 25, which actually might be a lie because I can't actually remember the 25 that I submitted. I tried to look at it the other day, and Baze might not be in there at all. Who knows?
Try to find it for you. Yeah.
I may have taken a screen print of it actually. Let me just quickly see if I can find it, and I'll tell you if. Yeah, here it is. Baze is number 8, so that's quite high up for me. All right. Next we have Sabine Wren versus Savage Opress, or Savage Opress, or Savage Garden, whatever you want to say. Savage Opress versus Sabine, and we'll start with Nick.
Okay, well, I'm a big fan of Savage Opress. I loved that season 3. I'm going to go with him. And who was it again? Sabine Wren, was it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rebels.
Sabine. Yeah, no, he beats her. I'll leave it at that.
John?
I think I'll give it to Sabine. There's rumors she's coming up in live action, so I'm sure we'll get her at some point. But she would look so cool with all the different paint and the different paint schemes. Yeah, with vintage paint quality.
Yeah. We have had 2 of the figures of her as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we have 2 of each.
Helmet. Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, you have shirtless and armored Savage.
You're right.
So we can see all him tatted up. But
he's a beast, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hard as nails in the show, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hard as nails.
Yeah.
Christian?
I found this one difficult to pick between the 2, but ultimately I decided we've had a lot of humans with helmets, so I went with Savage Opress.
Okay. And I'm going with Savage as well.
Right.
And the reason is because of what John just said. Not that he's influencing me. This was my thoughts, but beforehand is that she will supposedly be in Ahsoka. So I'm presuming we'll get, same as like Ezra, we'll probably get a live action version not too far away. So
yeah,
I'd rather them do Savage. So is that 3-1 for Savage? Yeah.
And as Evan recently mentioned on our podcast, he was talking about how, because we have the Mandalore Maul who appeared in season 5 with Savage, with Vizsla, so some of these characters would look, and all the Mandalorians that are coming out this year, Savage worked with them. He would look cool with them. So
Lily Savage, Daniel Chart there.
Right, so this is a tough one now because we've already put through some Bad Batch characters, but he's up. Crosshair is up against Squid Head, or Tessek, as he's also known, but I call him Squid Head and nothing else. I'm going to start this time, and I'm going to go Squid Head.
Well done,
and
Timothy.
there's a couple of reasons. 1, original 96. 2, it'll be an amazing figure. Even the vintage head sculpt of that figure is mental. And he was in the Book of Boba Fett. He ran off like a pussy, but he was in the Book of Boba Fett. Okay. Well, actually, he was in the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like the teaser at the end of the Mandalorians, but it's still the Book of Boba Fett. He was at the end there. And as we're getting that play set, he would be cool.
Yeah.
So that's my reasons for Squid Head. Now all three of you, apart from Nick, maybe are going to vote for Crosshair. But go, Nick. It's up to you, mate. Nick,
why don't you tell the ladies and gentlemen, Tim, who I'm going to vote for? Because you know me very well now.
I hope you're going to vote for Squid Head.
Well, absolutely, yeah. And you say about the vintage 80s, the power of the Jedi, and I think he's there now. Toys of the Jedi, brilliant, isn't it? That figure in itself is brilliant. That head sculpt will do. Get him in, get him done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, hang on. If you're watching BOE, we need to sort out our business, man. There's that graded one there.
Lovely.
That we've got to get that in the modern line.
That card back, awesome.
Just imagine an amazing figure there, beautiful soft goods or whatever they're going to do. But yeah,
it'll look very good next to Rees and Salt Murray on the wall, wouldn't it?
And Bib, just as you said on your loose display, because that Bib's looking good. The Act Face is a really good loose figure, and if you get him in there and the Rees, like you say, oh my god, it's just screen accuracy, isn't it? It's brilliant.
Yeah. We're up to 196 people watching. I hope we can break 200. That'd be awesome.
Wow.
And as I say, awesome. That's gone down to 190. Cheers, guys. Thanks for leaving me and sort of pissing on my bonfire. Thanks very much.
He is watching. Hi.
Hi, BOE. Hi. Christian.
Well, I've got a really nice squid head over my shoulder. Doesn't matter that it was made in the 80s. So I'm going to go with Crosshair.
Okay, and John.
And we've lost John from the SWTVC.
Sorry, yeah. So you're cutting out one by one, and then I realized it was a me problem. I gotta go Crosshair. I like the power of it. Even though it's 20 years old, the power of the Jedi Tessic was also very good. And I still have him. I need to set him up, but he still goes alongside the other guys. A new one would look amazing. I'm sure he would just get Lando's legs as all the characters do these days. But gotta go Crosshair because I don't have one. And then you can make the Imperial version from that.
You are playing with fire because you're leaving it to the chat to decide.
The chat's pretty decided.
They're clued up people. They're
They're in the tank for the squid.
We need in the chat. We need you to write Squid Head or Crosshair, and I'm going to try and keep up with this. So,
Squid Head could lead to a lot of quarren.
Crosshair.
Guys from
Crosshair. I want to vote myself.
Mando.
You need new Tessec, Squid Head, Squid, Crosshair. So every time I'm reading a Crosshair, I'm reading 3 squids. I think
calamari.
We'll give everyone another second to vote. We've got 204 people watching. Yay, we broke it.
Nice.
Only one's cheating.
What do you mean?
He's commenting as well.
That's all right.
Tessec.
Who's Tessec?
Have I spelled that wrong?
No. I only know him as Squidhead. Daniel's put octopus. I think Squidhead's won. Drew Max put tentacle face. They're trying to spin me out by calling him different names, but I'm pretty sure that Squidhead has won. So sorry, Crosshair. Awesome character in the Bad Batch. He's probably one of my favorites. Actually, I thought he was good.
Mm-hmm. It's a good story.
Oh, the next one's going to be difficult for Tim.
Yep.
Where are we up to? Let's have a look.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. Your favorite species, Tim.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know?
The Krell character is a good character, but the guy Dexter or whatever his name was just so poorly done, and he just looked like he was. It's like the worst piece of CGI I've seen in any of the Star Wars films. I think it's just awful.
When he hugs Kenobi, it looks really rubbish. That's terrible, actually.
Obi-Wan, that was his robe was even CGI at the time. But you don't like the part where Dexter pulls up his pants with butt cracks not hanging out anymore? We got really intimate up close with Dex. I mean, that doesn't count for anything with you.
Darth Wizzy Wizard, how you doing, my friend? We talk a lot on Instagram, don't we? Thanks for the super chat. We need Tim's favourite nominor, Skeletor. in Star Wars. Unluckily, we've already got him. So
CGI butt crack.
Yeah.
No, he's all right. He's okay. Thanks for that, mate. I appreciate that. Right, where are we up to? So we are, let's move on to this. So it's Pong Krell versus Darth Revan. I'm going to start Darth Revan all day long. Let's get rid of Pong Krell straight away. You're going to keep him in now, aren't you? Three of you. It's a conspiracy.
That's a tough choice.
John, start with you, mate.
I gotta go Pong Krell. Sorry, Tim. Don't boot me off. Don't boot me off. Because even though we were supposed to get the Darth Revan as a repack, I didn't really connect with that character. Sorry. I know he's the most popular Legends character on the bracket, but I love the Pong Krell episodes of Clone Wars. Putting Dex aside, whatever you think of Dex, Pong Krell is awesome. And he would make a really, really cool figure. And I've wanted him for a long time. So, yeah.
That's fair. He is a good character in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, he's
Nick
evil, isn't he? But like Clone Trooper 55, stand down or whatever, all that. Brilliant. No, I like Pong Krell a lot, and the thing is, I'm hoping that enough time has passed with the whole Revan situation, because they were just going to repack the 30th anniversary one, and of which I wouldn't want them to do that now. I want them to do what they did with the 6-inch, give us a proper helmet for Revan. So I mean, I'm going to vote for Revan, but I'm voting for a new figure, not that other thing. Otherwise,
everything on this bracket is all new figure as well. So,
okay, fine. Well, that's Revan then, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, Christian.
Revan. I prefer the look to Revan.
3-1.
Wow.
You sound like BOE.
They're gonna lose a lot of people in the chat now that like Pong Krell. Revan.
I mean, Revan should be in the line. They keep milking the Black Series one. They've done a Jedi version. They're doing an archive version. They've done his lightsaber. He could bring in some more fans to TVC, so he'd be a smart choice. But not as cool as Pong Krell, I got to say.
Right. So now this is the final one of the last side of this side of the bracket, and this is a difficult one actually. Ordinarily, this would be quite easy for me, I think, but because of other things that we've got, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So it is Director Krennic versus Season 1 Greef Karga, which is the Navarro Cantina outfit. Same one that we've got in the Black Series, the one that they should have done for the Vintage Collection. And we'll start with Christian.
Director Krennic for me. I want to fill out the Rogue One line. We're missing so many figures. So although we've got a good 5 POA figure, I think we need him in TVC.
Okay. Nick?
Yeah, you're right. It's a really good figure. A 5 POA one of Krennic, and we've got him. But yeah, I want him done properly, articulated arms and soft goods robe, a bit like the Lando one we had. That'd be really good. It's a tough one, that one, though.
Yeah, I'll go next. It's difficult because we've got that cantina. We've got all the other characters for it. We've got the Razor Crest. He is the kind of sort of one that we're missing now. But I can live with having the Season 2 version as like a stopgap until they get to that. Whereas I think Krennic is like an absolute must. The bad guy from Rogue One. I mean, it's crazy that we haven't got him already. So for me, it's Krennic.
And he's not just any Imperial, is he? He gets involved. He gets his hands dirty. He's right in there. So you need to articulate him. You can't just have him stood there like that.
Yeah.
So many choices for the card back as well.
Yeah.
That one with the screen behind would be quite nice.
Yeah. With the big shadow cast. And
I've always quite liked his other look as well from the very start. His like wet gear look. He looked pretty cool then as well. So
what
John?
a scene.
Yeah. Been outvoted, but I got to go Greef because I really want to finish him off with the Razor Crest and the Navarro Cantina. He's kind of sticks out like a sore thumb that we don't have him. Whereas, again, Krennic, we have the 5 POA figure is not great. The paint's not very good, but yeah, we do need both. But yeah.
It's just I'm annoyed with them now that we're in this situation. We should have had Greef already, Season 1 first, I reckon.
Yeah. And we should have had Krennic
Krennic,
we should
really, yeah.
We should have had Krennic when we had Cassian and Jin and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to the other side of the bracket. Okay, so what's everyone going to vote for here? This is the Dark Trooper versus Finn from what's that?
Pasana.
The episode 9 version.
Is there another Finn in this bracket, or is that the only one?
That's the only Finn.
That's the only one.
Really?
I wanted to clarify the movie that they're from, so I just gave a planet that they're on in the movie, so people don't say, "Wait, which is this? The episode 7 or 8 or 9?"
I mean, to be honest, I'm not surprised a Finn's in there, but if I was going to vote for a Finn, it would have been the one from The Force Awakens, personally.
Yeah.
But
well, because we have that, they made that one in the Walmart Black Series line, so that'd be an easy repack if they wanted.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah, and they could.
It's not a bad figure, that. So maybe that's why people are voting, because we've kind of already got him, haven't we?
But again, as ever, annoying situation that should have already been done. You know, the Black Series 3 3/4 inch scale is a real pain in the ass with regards to some of these figures that are the articulated ones. You know.
Yeah. So who are you going for, Nick?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Dark Trooper. Sorry, yeah, 100%. That'd be awesome.
I assume the Dark Trooper is going to come. He seems like a no-brainer after the Black Series, so I gotta throw a vote to Finn, because he doesn't exist in the Vintage Collection at all.
It's true. It is true.
That's a shame.
I think it's criminal that Finn isn't in the Vintage Collection at all. I found this one really difficult, but ultimately I did go with the Dark Trooper.
Me too. I went with the Dark Trooper 3-1. Sorry, John, but I do want Finn in the Vintage Collection.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I would imagine, as you say, it's a no-brainer. I would be very surprised if we don't get a Dark Trooper. I think they could sell so many of those. So I think that's inevitable, but I'm still going to vote for him and just knock him out later on.
They could even easily do a your Stormtrooper Finn as well if they really wanted to. That would be a no hassle for them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The Dark Trooper would be awesome.
Oh, my word. It would.
What image would they go for, though?
Any image they have, it would look awesome. The card.
I think the figures, thinking about the figures, is more important for me on this particular one, because I don't want them to go too many deluxe figures, but I think this one does warrant being a deluxe figure, and that's because I'd want them to include like a crushed version of one or something. Do you know what I mean?
The Black Series one is deluxe, but it didn't get very many accessories.
No.
It has like a blaster and a couple like fire effects.
If we do get one, they'll call it deluxe, and he'll come with the fire coming out of his feet, and that's it, probably. Whereas really we need, like a smashed up one or something. That'd be really cool. But
at least the stand as well, so that you can have him the stand as well, so you can have him horizontal.
Yeah, flying. Emperor Palpatine, Sith Eternal, or 8D8. And we'll start with John.
Got to have both. 8D8 was played by Matt Berry, who I love that comedian in Book of Boba Fett. But again, since we already have him and we don't have Episode 9 Palpatine, I got to go for Palpatine on this one. Even though the 8D8 is over 20 years old.
Nick?
Yeah, I did like the way he looked, Palpatine, in that final sequence, when he sucked the life out of them or whatever. But no, I can't vote for Palpatine. Such a disappointment, that film. And 8D8 is another one that just needs to be put out there, and finish the 96. So all day, 8D8.
Christian?
Same reasons as John. Emperor.
Okay, so this one's going to be another split for the chat. This one's going to be a split for the chat. And don't put your answers in yet, because I just want to explain why I'm going for 8D8, if you don't mind.
The Emperor died, didn't he, at the end of the Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah, so this
somehow he returned, though. Didn't they explain it by that one line,
This is part of my thinking.
Oh, so, secrets only the Sith knew.
Yeah, I mean, 8D8, original 96, was in Book of Boba Fett. And I think the Emperor coming back was a cop out and a poor choice, and for that reason, you're fired.
Yeah. although I could see your point. He did look good. That final sequence, it was like quite cool to see the Emperor back, as opposed to when he was
at least Ian McDiarmid getting paid is always nice to see. I support that.
2 seconds, because the chat's going mental and I've missed a super chat. Hang on, here we go. I found it.
I'd sooner see a prequels Emperor though, in robes and stuff.
Says Dark Trooper don't need a figure with a face sculpt stuck shouting Ray.
When you said but as far as prequel Palpatine's number 82 was the Office Duel version from Revenge of the Sith, and then a lot of people voted for his like Declaration of Empire as well. Yeah, there's a few they could do there still.
I think it's 80% 88 in the chat here.
Yeah.
Might be 88%.
88 D%.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, so
Very, very clever.
You like that? 88% goes ahead. Right, here we go. So the next up, we have a Tonika sister versus C110P Chopper.
Is Victoria in the chat? No. Okay.
I'm going to start this one. I'm going to go Tonika sister. By far and away, one of the characters that's just missing from ever. Never been made. So we need a Tonika sister. And I've got two very cool customs that were given to me by GA there, which are great substitutes, but I would love both of them in the vintage collection. They would be seriously cool. And I think also that would pave the way for Cantina and all the other great aliens that we need. So that's my vote, John.
Yeah, I gotta go for the Tonika sisters. The Disney Parks chopper is actually really good, and it does pretty much everything I would want a Hasbro version to do. But have no Tonika sisters outside the Galoob one from 30 years ago, which is an inch tall and does not quite fit in the line. So got to give it to them.
Nick?
Yeah, a question for John here. The Disney Parks chopper, is it scaled same size as an R5, D4 type?
It's smaller. I have a...
All right. Because I've got the 5 POA, the Rebels line one, but that's kind of animated, so I figured they'd made him look stubby. But actually, in reality, like in Rogue One, when you saw him trundling by, he would be normal size.
I know
TIE Fighter.
Universal collector Matt loved the Black Series version, didn't he?
Let's get the sombrero off of R2, but he's a little short.
Can you make him full screen, Tim?
But he's
this is the color change version, but yeah.
Hang on.
I don't
know how to do that while I'm sharing. Oh no, hang on.
That's right. He's very similarly sized to the 5 POA Hasbro one from 2014-15ish.
But he is smaller.
But he just has all the bells and whistles. He's smaller, yeah. He's smaller.
He's meant to be smaller, right? That's what I mean.
Why would
he's not like an R5 because the Rogue One that was one that they made for the Rebels Recon, like the after show on StarWars.com or YouTube or whatever. And they just shipped it over to England.
They've got different classes of R5 droid. Basically, they've got a taller one and a shorter one, have they?
Yeah, well, he's a C1 droid, so
C1,
that's how they. It's a different body altogether.
Got you.
You know. Now you can.
I know now.
So has anyone voted? I went to John.
I think it was.
Who was going for Nick?
Yeah, hang on a sec. It's the Tonika sister, definitely.
Okay, Christian.
Yeah, same.
Clean sweep.
So if you don't have this chopper, go get it somehow. Any color.
Do they specify which of the two? Just a Tonika sister.
Yeah, because some people voted for one and some people voted for both separately. So we combined and condensed and averaged out.
The next one's a hard one.
It is indeed. We've got the Client versus Saw Gerrera. So, Christian, who are you going to go for?
I struggled with this one, but I went with Saw Gerrera.
Why? Tell us why.
I mean, I think that Saw Gerrera was a great character in the film. I do have him in 5POA, but although I think the figure itself is great, the paint isn't. And again, as I said earlier, I really want to fill out the Rogue One line in TVC. So yeah,
I'm a big Rogue One fan. Big Rogue One fan. So
yeah.
Okay, Nick.
Save the rebellion. Save the dream.
Lies.
Yeah,
Lies.
that's right.
Deception.
Orgelli will know the truth. Yeah, no, I agree, Christian, with what you're saying. There's a few bits of that plastic, the grey plastic, which should be silver, maybe, or whatever it is. But no, it's got to be. God, what was it? I'm like my short-term memory. What's going on, man?
Sounds quite similar.
So Saw Gerrera versus
the client.
The client, of course. Well, sorry, John Miko. I'm going to vote for the old guy. It's got to be done, hasn't it?
The client.
I love that character.
John?
Yeah, they both have fun voices, but I would like to see the client.
Please excuse his lack of decorum.
bring back Comtech chips just for those two characters, and I'd be happy. Or Force Link.
So what is it? 2-1 for the client at the moment then. So I get the deciding vote, whether it goes to the chat or not. This is tough, man. This one is tough.
Brilliant character.
I do like Saw Gerrera, and I do love Rogue One.
He would be a great card, Tim, as well, in fairness.
Yeah. The thing is with the clients that we do have that play set, which is where he no, it wasn't where he was most. That's where
Greef. Not a million miles away.
But he was there a bit, wasn't he? And he gets taken out in there, doesn't he? So
yeah.
Spoiler alert for hasn't seen it. Oh God.
I wished we'd seen more scenes of Saw Gerrera. You know, when he had the close haircut and they cut that out, didn't they? No, they had the one where he goes, come.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was other scenes I think they cut out.
I think it was one of the reshoot things was he grew out his hair by the time they did the reshoots or something.
Yeah.
In Rebels, we get both. So they could do both versions. They could, different head sculpts. But
all like the sound effects to Saw Gerrera and everything, like when you heard the breathing apparatus, it's just fantastic.
He has great theme music, too. If you haven't heard the expanded Rogue One soundtrack that came out last week, his music is just awesome.
I'm going to go...
I'll talk to you later about that, John. I got something on these.
I'm going to go the client.
Nice.
I'm going to go the client. Yeah.
Like Miko says, the Saw would be an awesome sculpt, and like Christian said, I don't hate the 5POA one, but the paint really lets it down. But both Mando and Rogue One have done quite well in TVC. They've both gotten a fair amount of coverage, so I think there's a chance for both. Maybe, I don't know.
Now, I was going to say we need to speed it up a little bit because obviously to get through all of these rounds, we'll be here till midnight. And then I took ages to decide about the client or Saw Gerrera. So, I'm one to talk. But yeah, we're going to speed it up now. So let's try and get through these quite quick. So Qi'ra Syndulla versus Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. John?
I got to go episode 9, Kylo.
Nick?
Can you come back to me?
Christian?
Kylo.
I'm going to go Qi'ra Syndulla. Kylo. I'm just joking.
So I'll go Kylo as well because we haven't had him without a mask, have we? So I'll go with that one.
No.
It's a bit of Adam Driver on vintage cards.
Okay, Kylo goes through. And while I'm writing this out, the next one up is Admiral Piett versus Qi'ra. Now, is that Qi'ra in her Kessel outfit?
Yeah. Again, most were unspecified, but those that did specify, most of them said the Kessel with the big. So that's what we're going to show her crimson cape. That she wears the same kind of white jacket through a lot of the movie. But like she wears a skirt during the first part, and she wears pants during the Kessel stuff, but the cape is the main difference.
Okay, so Christian?
I actually went with Admiral Piett, but I had a hard time doing it.
Nick?
I love Piett, and I'm sure they do his face so it looks like him, as opposed to them all looking the same. But I've got to go with Qi'ra there. The cape steals it for me. Kessel Qi'ra.
John?
Qi'ra, yeah.
Okay, I'm outvoted here because I would have gone Piett purely because if we got him, then it would unleash lots of different officers that we need because we'd have that sculpt. But I would love that Qi'ra, but it's 3-1, so Qi'ra goes through.
Yeah. It'd be nice if they did a really good looking, say,
Sorry,
Piett.
Tim, did you say that you would go Qi'ra or Piett? Because I went Piett.
Oh, did you?
Piett, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm clearly making an impact.
I'd go Piett, yeah. So it goes to the chat. It goes to the chat. Ready? Everyone from now do Piett or Qi'ra. This is a lot of votes for Piett. We're gonna say now that it's the Qi'ra from Kessel, the really cool looking one with the sash
with the
cloak,
takes out the pikes.
Yeah,
Bond girl style.
So we've got Piett, Qi'ra, Piett, Qi'ra, Piett, Qi'ra, Qi'ra, Piett. It's looking like Piett at the moment.
It's like a no-win situation though, because I'd be happy having Admiral Piett. You know what I mean?
SWTVC says Piett is killing it. That's enough for me. Piett.
Tyler loves those Imperials. Of course, he would say that, but yeah.
Sorry about that, Qi'ra. See, this is tough. All right, next one, Cad Bane. Now, is this Cad Bane from? What is it? Is this?
This is the Clone Wars because the submissions closed right before he showed up. The submissions closed, so that didn't affect it. But
so
again,
a
realistic one would probably look more like his Book of Boba, but his outfit's a little different in each of his appearances. But we're going Clone Wars Cad Bane.
Okay, and he's up against Zero, the droid that flew the Razor Crest in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Christian.
I thought it was Book of Boba, Cad Bane, but I'm still going to stick with Cad Bane.
Okay, Nick.
Yeah, Zero would unleash Zuckuss or Forlom even, but or maybe both. But no, I've got to go with Cad Bane. Realistic. If he's gonna look like Book of Boba, then yeah, definitely. So Cad Bane.
As some of my reasonings for earlier, we have a few good animated Cad Banes, but we have no Zero. And he flies the Razor Crest. I need him in the Razor Crest. So I got to go Zero.
Well, I'm going
dropping out of light speed now.
I'm going Cad Bane, so unlucky, John.
It's all right.
That's a shame, because that would be really good to have.
Not unfamiliar.
Zero would be really good.
Yeah, no, he would.
It would lead, wouldn't it, to Full Alarm and stuff, probably. I don't know. I guess. It's the same thing, isn't it, really?
There's similar parts. I'm not
very similar.
Sure, yeah.
Right, Grand Admiral Thrawn versus Amanaman.
This is a hard one.
You can go first then, Nick.
Yeah, really hard, really difficult choice. But I'd go with Thrawn because he's so damn expensive on the secondary market. Definitely Thrawn for that reason. But Amanaman needs to be done, though.
He does, yeah. John?
Thrawn, because Tyler would kick me off the group if I didn't choose him. So.
I'm going Thrawn, so that's 3. Christian?
Thrawn.
Yeah, I mean, I really do want a man, but
the power of the Jedi. Yeah,
he's a big character, Thrawn.
I've got that Rebels Thrawn on my shelf. It's not right. That animated thing just is not what I want. It's got to be realistic, real world.
Right, here's a potentially tough one, but it might not be. This is Princess Leia Organa with in her Tantive 4 outfit against Fozek. Now, Fozek, is that how it's pronounced, first of all? And is that the guy from Jabba's palace?
Yeah, he has a similar chest armor to Lando. He stands with Luke and Han when Jabba is sentencing them to the sail barge.
He looks like Danny John Jules from the cat from Red Dwarf. That's who I think this guy looks like.
Yeah. Ow. Okay. So, John, you start, mate.
It's hard because normally I would go for the never before made figure, but some of these background humans are not that exciting to me as much as the aliens. So I got to go to Leia from A New Hope.
Nick?
Yeah, for BOE, I'm going for Leia Organa, 100%.
I'm going for Leia for the same reasons that I went with Luke Skywalker Farm Boy. That's the second most wanted OT for me that needs redoing. All the other versions that we've got are pretty poor, to be fair. So we need her. Christian?
Yeah, Leia, although it doesn't matter. But yeah, Leia. It'd go well with the Tantive 4 playset as well.
Yeah, clean sweep for Leia.
Get the face right this time, Hasbro. I've not been happy with the other layers really, but anyway.
Right, so we've got Han Solo Tatooine. So I presume that's
just a New Hope version.
New Hope Tatooine against Tech from the Bad Batch. And I'm going to go first this time, and it's Han Solo for the same reason that I've mentioned Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. He's like the third most wanted for me that needs redoing. Nick?
Han Solo, yeah. Same reasons as Leia, and that's what you said, Luke, as well. The big three, get them in, get them done.
Christian?
I went with Tech. I've got a lot of Han Solo figures. Haven't got Tech.
John?
Yeah, same reason. I got to go Tech, even though I just did Leia. But
all right, so it's a draw. We'll go to the chat. So
I was realizing that.
Outrageous.
It's 2-2, so we're going to go to the chat again. So here we go. Right, here we go. Look,
right, look at this.
It's a hand
slide.
It's the same guy 20 times.
Is it Han or Han?
Depends where you're from.
It sounds like Han. Even Leia, it's like an American English thing, but even Leia says Han at one point. There's a video on it. Actually, it's really good compilation video.
Han Solo.
It is a hand slide.
Yeah.
But would you guys say hand, or why do you say Han when it's hand?
It's
or
like
do you
the Han
say Han
dynasty from China?
Like a wand, a magic wand? Yeah, I see what you're saying. We'd say wand as well. So yeah.
Solo Han. I think Han's won. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going to go with him, which puts him up against Leia in the next round.
Ooh. And he gets the
different
Star Wars
font. Different font. That one. That's not supposed to influence. Ezra Bridger versus the Grand Inquisitor. Ooh. Suit you, sir. That's a tough one. Christian?
I went with Grand Inquisitor just because I think it'd look awesome. Ezra Bridger, I'm not so excited about.
Yeah. Nick?
Yep. Inquisitor. Shout to the Utah Power System.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where he's from.
Inquisitor would be great, but I'm going to give it to the second version of Ezra from season 3 or 4, which, much like Kanan, does not have any figures whatsoever.
And once again, I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go
the odd man out again.
Purely because he is seriously cool, and there are strong rumors that he's going to be in the Obi-Wan series. So
yeah,
he will be amazing. So
this next one's going to be interesting.
Grand Eye can go in. Cobb Vanth versus Frog Lady. Ooh, John.
Mando season 2. You might have guessed. I got to go Frog Lady. She's just so weird, so Star Warsy. Cobb Vanth is just a dude wearing Boba Fett's armor, as cool as he is. But love Frog Lady.
Christian.
Frog Lady all the way.
Nick.
Of course, we need Cobb Vanth, but Frog Lady.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I like Cobb Vanth, so I'm going to vote for him. But Frog Lady would be good. But no, Cobb Vanth for me. If Frog Lady with the Zero helmet as well, that'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? Put that in your Razor Crest. But no, Cobb Vanth definitely.
I think this is a very difficult one. We need both.
You do need both.
I just think Cobb Vanth's more likely, so I'm going to vote for Frog Lady to make it 3-1.
Yes. I was very excited to see Frog Lady jump up onto the list this year. And can she take it all? No, but it would be awesome.
Right, we are now Hammerhead versus the Jedi Temple Guard. Hammerhead for me. Nick?
Hammerhead.
Christian?
Temple Guard.
John?
I think Temple Guard.
Oh, would you believe it? We've got another draw.
It's a tough choice, though. I'd love them both. You know what I mean?
Because the 2006 Momonadon is actually, it's pretty good. It can't really sit, but it's
expensive.
The sculpt and the painting is pretty good.
It does look pretty good. The legs are poor. It needs to be able to sit. So it's a draw. So let's vote in the chat, please, everybody. 207 people.
Temple Guard really did well last year on the bracket. I remember it advanced a lot more than its number and its placement indicated.
Right. So Temple Guard. Another tough and unfortunate matchup. Well, that's not going to get you a vote. You need to vote. But thank you for the comment. Hammerhead, Temple Guard, Hammerhead, Temple Guard, Hammerhead,
Looking very
Temple Guard.
Hammerhead, isn't
This
it?
is 50-50 here. This is tough.
No, man.
Hammerhead,
Didn't see Hammerhead.
Every time there's a Hammerhead, there's a Temple Guard. Jedi, that doesn't really work. Hammerhead. All 3 Hammerheads in a row. Daniel Chart's voting about 10 times, trying to spin me out. Hammerhead. There you go. Hammerhead took it in the end, I think.
All right. The guy has a double-bladed yellow lightsaber. The hammerhead just has the glass.
Sorry, John, I talked over you then. What did you say? Sorry.
I'm just saying the Jedi Temple Guard would come with a double-bladed golden lightsaber, whereas Hammerhead would come with a glass. So, I mean, you guys can call.
I know what you're saying, but it's just that matter of, I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
He's needed. Original 96, one of the few New Hope figures not in the line.
And it's a figure I never got my hands on. That I mean, God knows what that costs now on the secondary market, that 5 POA one.
Yeah.
I've not even looked, but yeah.
Black
even when it was new, it was...
Sorry, John.
No, go ahead.
Black Chrysanthemum versus EV99, and I had Black Chrysanthemum as number 2, just behind Garandan, who didn't even make the blimmin' thing. So Black Chrysanthemum, therefore, is my number 1. So he wins for me. What about?
I was going to say, did he make your bracket before you saw him in the show, or was that after he showed up in the show?
Oh no, he had to show up in the show. I mean, I liked him in the comics and everything, but
sure.
He looked awesome in the show until he was limping in the last episode and then running and then limping and then running and then limping. And, you know, looked like the costume was a bit too big for him and his foot was like hanging under his foot. It's just like, you can imagine the bloke inside the suit. Like, the foot's dragging. The foot's dragging.
Robert Rodriguez was like, let's get it all before lunch. I want to go home. Much of that episode. Sorry.
Someone sort the foot of this costume out. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I'm still going Black Chrysanthemum because he was cool. Nick?
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I've got to go with Chrysanthemum. Yeah.
Christian?
Chrysanthemum.
John?
I'm going to join you this time. Got to go Chrysanthemum.
Clean sweep. And I know that you've made a custom card for him, haven't you? And I think Evan might have done, or you might have both done it. And they both look awesome. And the card backs would be great, you know.
Please do not just repaint Chewbacca like they did for Black Series.
No, that won't happen.
Such a disappointment.
Just get Tarful out the archives or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, new Chrysanthemum could make a new Tarful, a new Wookiee Warrior, a bunch of stuff. So let's make that investment in Chrysanthemum.
Oh, and the card back would just be awesome, wouldn't it? His eyebrows, that first time he looked at Fett, brilliant. Staring him out, brilliant.
Glowing brass knuckles and stuff. Come on now.
Knuckle dusters, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You wanna go?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just glad he wasn't in that bar when that bomb went off. That's just a blessing.
Yeah. Wrecker versus Bodhi Rook, and we'll start with Christian.
Hard one because I think Wrecker looks awesome, but Rogue One, Bodhi Rook.
Yeah. Nick.
Agreed. Yeah, Bodhi Rook. Yeah.
John.
Bodhi Rook.
I'll be the odd man out, but I got to keep the Bad Batch streak going with Wrecker.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he's going to go. It's Bodhi Rook for me.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's not just because Bodhi Rook is live action Rogue One. He's cool, but Wrecker for me was the weakest thing about the Bad Batch. He annoyed
Ironic
me.
That
he was like the Brer Bear, wasn't he? Almost the dopey, big guy, the strong one. Yeah.
I was going to say, if he's the weakest part for me, but he's the strongest character. He contains multitudes, you know? I don't know.
But yeah.
Bodhi delivers the title film line as well, doesn't he?
He was a great character, wasn't he, Bodhi? So interesting.
And I don't hate the 5 POA, but the Black Series just got a really good Bodhi last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just so you can't do much again with this. The 5 POA argument that discussion we have, Christian. It comes down to what they're like loose, isn't it? Really, but he would be great. You know?
But the 5POA accessory, I think, is actually really cool for him because obviously he actually has the hook that comes out the back and you can bring it back in and stuff. I thought that was really good
he
for
looks
5POA.
great, Chris. He looks amazing. He really does. Loads of those figures look great. As we've, you know.
Right, Paz Vizsla versus Max Rebo. Now, as much as I love Max Rebo, Paz Vizsla was actually third on my top 25, and as I've mentioned before, Garandan didn't even make the list. Chrysanthemum was number 2, so for me, all the way Paz Vizsla, which for anyone out there doesn't know who that is, it's the heavy infantry Mandalorian. Christian.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah,
I'm sure you. I wasn't picking on you on purpose.
It's all right. I wrote it down so I didn't forget.
So I'm voting Paz Vizsla. What about you, John?
Yeah, I love Max Rebo, but I gotta go to Paz Vizsla.
Nick,
did I break out again? Did I?
Nope. No. We got that.
Yeah, Pat. With Max Rebo, there's the worry that they bring him out how he looked in the Book of Boba Fett, which I hated the way he looked. He looked like a deflated beach ball. You know what I mean? He looked wrong. I was kind of hoping it wasn't like Rebo and it was his brother or something, or someone from the same species. But no, definitely Paz Vizsla. Definitely, his voice was awesome as well. He talked really quietly, didn't he? Kind of, you know what I mean?
Favreau character, yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, really?
Destroy the Resistance. I appreciate all your comments, but if you're gonna just like spam it with the same person, I will have to just pause you for a little bit. Sorry, just because we want to give everyone else a chance to say things in the chat. So, sorry, where are we up to?
Yeah, Paz Vizsla for me.
And Christian.
Heavy infantry Mandalorian for me. Embarrassingly, my phone battery is dying, so I'm just going to plug in. If you get an echo, I'll just mute myself. So I've got my headphones plugged in. Okay. Apologies.
But sorry, I was reading the chat a bit there. But did everyone vote for Paz?
Yes.
Yeah,
I did.
Or Paz Vizsla, if you're Spanish. Paz, it means peace, doesn't it, in Spanish? La paz. Peace.
Right, we really need to speed up unless you want to go longer than 2 hours. Dooku versus Echo.
Dooku.
Yep, Dooku for me. Christian?
Echo for me. And can you hear an echo?
Yes. No, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Okay.
And we're going to wait for John. He's going to vote Echo, isn't he?
Someone say Paz dispenser there in the
yeah, yes, I am going to vote for Echo.
Paz dispenser. I thought he was doing a play on words.
John Miko says, "Keep going. This is Midnight Madness, baby." Yeah, I'm happy to keep going. I just don't want to keep you guys too long. We've still got 205 people watching, so I think people are enjoying it. So just keep it going, Nick.
Relax. Pay your income tax. Just relax, Tim.
John, who did you go for?
Echo. Sorry.
And Christian, you
said it twice, John, like an echo.
Echo. Is there an echo?
So it's 2, and Nick, you went for Dooku, right?
Dooku, yeah.
Ooh.
I can't believe this. Right, so in the chat, come on, guys, vote. We've already got loads of votes for Dooku.
One more second, I'll be right back.
You need one of those like salacious rum adverts now, Tim.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
Dooku. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that, mate. Dooku, Echo, Dooku. Cheers, buddy. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Dooku, Echo.
Anthony.
Dooku, Echo, Dooku.
Yeah, Adrian Garcia Morales. Echo.
There's a lot of votes for Echo, but I think there's more for Dooku. Christopher
Lee, that's a vote for Dooku there.
Yeah, Dooku goes through.
Who was that? He's just gone up on the chat. Kingdom Weird.
No, I don't need to type these out because I can just move him to there.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it? Look at
That'll
that.
help the speed, Tim.
Yeah. Hunter versus Velken Tazeri.
Miko might want to mute me on this one, but
I want to. Oh, sorry.
Go on then, John. I know who you're going to go for.
Velken is on my list. Very important, but Hunter was number 2 in my top 25, so I got to go for Hunter.
Nick.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I'll put Velken through. I want to get rid of the. Yeah, Velken. Wipe out the Bad Batch, put them all out in a pack of their own, like a 4-pack, isn't it? A 5-pack, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've got any of the Bad Batch on my 25, to be honest, because I just think I do want them, but I just don't think.
Oh yeah,
that they'll put one out, and then how long are you going to wait for the next one? It's just, I think it's like a bit of a wasted vote, personally. But Velken for me was Velken for me was 13, so he's. Velken for me. So we've got one Velken. John went Hunter. Nick?
Velken.
You went Velken, and Christian?
I did go Velken, yeah.
Hunter.
Oh,
sorry.
It's getting harder. It's getting harder.
We've got to go to the chat again. Right.
We'll just say, because we always say how long will it take to get them out, but it only took the Black Series a year to get all the members, plus the new guys, plus the Imperial Crosshair, plus all the background Imperials and everything. We just got a couple of clones. So they can do it if they put their mind to it.
They could.
I mean, to be fair, we've got 4 integral Bad Batch characters.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Velken.
It's just Miko's creating new accounts. I
couple of hunters. 4 hunters in a row there. Velken. Get your votes in, guys.
4 hunters in a row.
Velken Tazeri. God damn it. Velken. Daniel Chart is definitely trying to influence me. He votes, but then he leaves it 10 comments and votes again because I'm trying to count them. It's going so quick. I know what you're up to, son. But as long as it's the character that I want, it doesn't really matter, does it?
There's a lot of Velkens.
There is a lot of Velkens. We're going to go Velken. Let's do it.
Why have you put mine up? Get rid of me. I'm trying to be subtle about my influence.
Hunter's a great new character, no doubt.
Hopefully we don't have to, still be waiting for him in 40 years like we are for Velken, I guess.
Kanan versus Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi. Christian, go for it.
I'm going to go Kanan.
Okay.
Didn't even realize he got through Kanan. I can't remember who did he wipe out? Kanan Jarrett.
He beat Han Solo from Takodana.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's an easy. Well, yeah. Well, Ben's going to wipe him out now. Ben Kenobi, please, for me. Sorry, John? Tim. I didn't wait for you to cue me.
Christian and I were on the same wavelength or something because I got to go Kanan. Sorry.
And I've got to go Ben. So that's 4-2 again. So this is the differences of opinions. You see, we all hate each other. So let's take it to the chat. Let's either
scroll
put
up,
Ben.
Tim. There's a lot of Bens already. Just so you know.
Yeah, but it's got to go from when I say.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. Vote again.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not looking. Otherwise, I'll miss it. I can only see like 10. Right, here we go. So Kanan, Ben, Kanan, Ben, Kanan, Ben.
Somebody said Ben Solo, which is not what we're talking about right now.
See
a couple of Ben Quadneros, maybe. We already got him.
Kanan.
We have Ben Quadneros, but we don't have Ben Kenobi or Ben Solo, so that's something else.
Kanan. Ben. Get your votes in, guys. Ben, Kanan, Ben. Daniel's voted Ben twice. I'm clocking you now, sunshine. Worked out what you're doing. Trying to get in my head. Ben, Kanan, Ben. It's a tough one, but what do you think, guys? Is there more? Can you see more Bens in the?
I think it's Ben.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Big Ben.
We've got a comedian in there as well saying Qi'ra. Cheers, mate. Not quite there. I think she's already out, actually. Ben's going through.
All right.
Great.
Second Sister versus Cal Kestis. Two characters from the game. So this is a tough one, I guess, if you care about the game. I'll go first. I'm going to say Second Sister because I think she's super cool, and she's hopefully going to be in live action more likely than Cal. That's what I think. Anyway. Christian?
Second Sister.
Nick?
Absolutely. I'm going to rectify my fault from before. I thought we were talking about the seventh sister, but no, second sister. I've seen her picture now and know what we're talking about. So, yeah.
So that's 3. Yeah. But, John, what would you have gone with?
It's going to be 4, second sister.
Oh, there we go.
Just the sheer cool fact. We need Cal. We need both together, but her in front of all our purge troopers would be so cool.
Yeah. Luke Skywalker versus Asajj Ventress. I'm going Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
Christian?
I'm going Asajj.
You don't have to laugh, mate. It's your choice.
Just waiting for Daniel chart.
I think I like our Ventress figures better than our Luke Tatooine figures, so I think I'll go Luke Tatooine on this one.
Yes.
Luke goes through. Luke goes
yeah, we need to get Ventress in live action, I reckon, first, so we can clock how she might look, in a realistic way. That's funny. That I don't know.
Simalu versus Baze.
Come on,
John.
Gotta go Simalu. Just delete Baze already. Gotta be Sim. Come on.
I'm going Baze.
Need to go for a Paploo, so I'm going to go the Simalu.
You're going Simalu?
Rubbish. Yeah.
They're the distant cousins or something.
Yeah, Simalu.
I'm going Baze.
Right, we go to the chat.
Oof.
Baze versus Simalu. Here we go. Lots of Bazes already. Jedi Berry, how you doing, mate?
Hey,
Harry Wallace.
Simalu might have a removable hat. Don't forget that.
Miles Hook. Baze. Tough. Yeah, it is. Cast your vote. Baze, Simalu.
It's got to be done.
Dude that matters. Simalu, sweet Simalu. Baze.
Did John Miko say that?
Yeah.
Blaze it with Baze. Look at that.
Oh, he's trying to buy the vote there.
Justin Horbes, thanks, mate. I appreciate the support. Baze it with Blaze. I like it. I think Baze has won.
Is Bill Matsos, is he behind on the live thing? Because there's a thing just gone in for Uncle Ben there, unless it's a joke.
Yeah.
Maybe hit the red live button, make sure you're live. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a joke.
It's a big Spider-Man fan or something. I don't know.
Sweet baby Baze, Owen Brown. Absolutely. Yeah, Baze has won this one, guys.
One day, Sim.
He was your number 1, wasn't he?
Yeah. That's
disappointing. That
I got no skin in the game anymore. Anything can happen.
We've had, even the fact we've had Baze Malbus in 5 POA and Simalu. God almighty.
Yeah.
Away he goes.
Savage Opress versus Squidhead. Nick.
Oh, Squidhead.
Yeah, I'm Squidhead. John.
I got to be Squidhead.
3.
I would go Savage, but it doesn't matter.
I like that you. I like that you would have gone with him because you've lost. That's.
You know what it feels like, yeah.
Squiddy. I just like the disappointment.
Move him on.
Thanks.
Revan versus Krennic.
Ooh. Very interesting.
Yeah. I'll go first. Krennic for me. Christian.
Krennic.
Nick.
No, Revan, because he needs more. He needs to be done properly. So does Krennic, but I'm happy with him on the shelf. The mask has to be done in 5 POA. Sorry, 3 3/4 inch. Jesus, no, I don't want 5 POA. Bloody hell. No, you know what I mean. We've got to get that right, like the 6-inch one. Revan.
I gotta go Krennic.
Oh my God, he's out. Revan's out.
Stuart's
I do love Krennic though.
Stuart's saying that my vote
guy.
should be the deciding vote, as I'm the host, a bit like the head judge on Strictly. That's I wanted to involve you guys, though. Although it's annoying that I've got to read 100 comments at once, but it's good interaction. I like it. But ultimately, it should be my choice. So where did we get to? Christian was
Krennic.
I was Krennic. It was John that was going to get the.
No, I was Krennic.
So Krennic goes through. Don't get me wrong. I would love Revan in the line, absolutely. But
I got to play the game, I guess. I don't know.
Rogue One for me is a big thing. Hence Baze and what have you. Right, that round went a lot quicker. Let's go over here. Dark Trooper versus 88%, which is 88 for anyone that missed that joke at the start. John?
Oh, man. I think 88 needs more support, but I think I have to give it to Dark Trooper.
Nick?
Yeah, Dark Trooper.
I've got a feeling that Dark Trooper's going to go quite far in this. And I almost think that he should have been disqualified because I think he is inevitable. But of course, we don't know 100% that he's coming, but I think he will at some point. Whereas 88, would we ever actually get him?
Well, yeah.
So I want to sort of almost give him a bit of a boost. But I think for me, it's the Dark Trooper. What about you, Christian?
Dark Trooper.
Dark Trooper goes through. All right. We are okay. Tonika sister versus the client.
Oh. Well, I don't like the fact we don't know which of the Tonikas we're voting for there specifically.
Tonika in general, the whole family.
Twins, aren't they? both pretty similar, Nick.
One is like 6 inches taller, but I think we'd have to forgive that.
Tonika sisters.
Nah. There's a big difference between how they look.
Yeah. Well, they're both in spandex, aren't they? One's blue, one's green.
Yeah.
What were you looking at there, Tim?
These are my hang on.
Because one of them, the older one, is taller as well, but their costumes are almost identical as far as I know, other than the color. So tooling for one.
These are my custom.
Oh, nice.
You'd love these because they're custom 5 POAs.
Nice.
So that is Bria, and that one is Seni.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
The one in the green. You like the green?
I'd vote, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what those are. Let me just put those down there so I don't have to reach back. Right, so let's decide. Tonika versus the client. Christian.
The client.
Nick.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna oh god. I voted for Tonika before, but I'm going with client now. Keep him rolling.
John.
It's a tough one, but I gotta go client. We need a Werner Herzog figure.
Me too. 4 votes for the client.
It's funny that, and it's amazing. We all want the Tonika sisters doing, but that's
yeah. It's funny because obviously you look at who goes through. Like if Tonika was up against Saw, then it might have been a bit easier for me to decide. But since the client's gone through, yeah. We need the client. Kylo Ren, which is the Supreme Leader version. So is this the guy from Last Jedi, or is he?
No, it's the he's Supreme, so he's the one with sour cream and tomatoes. I'm sorry, that was terrible. He's the one from Episode 9. That was so bad. He's the one with the cracked red helmet, and his outfit underneath the helmet is pretty similar to his Episode 8 look. He's got like the cape. I think it has a hood though. But yeah,
right. And I like that. I like that a lot more now. I pictured just him without the helmet, but if he's got that specific helmet, wow.
Well,
that's more.
Personally, I'd like to see a helmet in addition to an Adam Driver photoreal face.
Yeah, remove it. Yeah.
So
it would be really good if you could jigsaw it together in a way, maybe.
Yeah,
that might be quite complicated.
Okay.
So he does exist in Black Series and the 5-inch line, but yeah.
So Piett or the client, Piett or Kylo, John.
I gotta go Kylo.
Nick.
Piett. We need the new Imperial officer, but Kylo for me.
I was laughing at this because Piett was struggling, and I didn't vote for him last time, did I? I can't remember. And I did, but now he seemed stronger now. But actually, now I've got this other vision of Kylo in my head. I actually wanted to vote for that Kylo, even though I despise that movie. Oh my God! Can you give me a bit more think time?
Christian.
Kylo.
I might have to vote for Kylo, to be honest. Yeah.
That'll be 3, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to vote Piett.
I'm sorry, Tim. I've just wiped.
As much I don't hate the, but if you put any sequel trilogy character up against an OT character, it's going to be OT every time for me. But Kylo goes through.
And there's a lot of Piett in the chats. There's not going to be another.
I was going to say, Tim wanted it to go to the chat.
Oh my God, what have I just done? I've had a few drinks. I didn't know what was going on.
Well, once there was 2 people voting for Kylo, yes, I did want it to go to the chat.
5 minutes. I swear to God, 2 minutes ago I was going to put Piett through. What am I doing? Is it too late? Is it too late?
It's too late.
I changed my mind.
He's on the board. He's on the board.
No, it's too late. Cad Bane versus Thrawn. Now this is tough. I know we say every matchup is tough, but this is genuinely tough.
Which blue guy with red eyes is going to go through?
Yeah.
I'm going to go first, and I'm saying Cad Bane. He's in too much stuff, and he's too cool not to go through. I mean, he's in Rebels as well, right? Isn't he?
No, he's not in Rebels.
No, he's in Bad Batch.
Bad Batch, yeah.
So he's in Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and Book of Boba Fett, right? So he's got to go through. Christian?
I'm going to go Cad Bane because I think we're going to see Thrawn this year, so we might get a figure anyway.
Yeah. Nick?
No, well, I'm just to make sure we get him. I'm putting Thrawn. If this was a serious, you know what I mean.
It is serious, Nick.
It is. So Thrawn. I want him more than the other fella, Cad Bane.
Wait, so it's 2 Cad Bane, 1 Thrawn right now?
Yep.
Okay,
and
sorry.
Don't just please, Tyler. You know,
I was going to say yes.
Go with what you want.
Tyler, mute for a second, but I got to go Cad Bane. I love them both. They're both awesome.
Same.
But,
so it goes to the chat.
Edges them out a little bit more.
It goes to the chat. Right then, chat.
Wait, does it? I thought it was 3.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Cad Bane's through.
3 Cad Bane, right?
Oh, was it 3 Cad Banes? Oh, right. So it didn't really matter what John thought then.
No, it did. There's 4
of us. It did. I'm the 3rd Cad Bane, right?
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm getting really confused now. You are voting Cad Bane. You're throwing Thrawn out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Imagine how I felt after doing all this math for hours and hours every day.
I've just wiped out Piett and I've said goodbye to Thrawn as well. That's terrible.
You're having a bit of a mare there, aren't you, Nick?
It's a bit of a bad section of the show, to be honest. God, what have I done?
Once again, it is tough.
Ooh,
Princess Leia versus Han Solo.
Oh man,
this is tough. And
yeah,
for that reason, I'm going to go last. Christian, do you want to go first?
I'm going to go Leia.
Would you like to tell us why?
Well, I'm a fan of Han, big fan of Harrison Ford, but I think Leia makes sense, especially with the Tantive playset.
Nick?
Well, I'm going to go with Leia because I'm looking at the VOTC one. I'm pretty sure she had swivel, did she not?
She had swivel.
Swivel.
elbows.
So for that reason alone, I've got to go with Leia because the Han VOTC Han 2004 was half decent, wasn't it? I know it's a long time ago, needs an update, but it's a tough choice. This so Leia, she needs more attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, John.
Yeah, I gotta go Leia. Like you said, Han is very outdated now, but for the time, he was the better figure, whereas Leia doesn't have like a great modern figure.
Yeah, and I'm going to say the same reason for why I put her from the previous round, in that we haven't really. I don't think we've got a decent Leia, so we need one basically.
Yeah.
Every version that we've had of her is a bit weird.
Even the Yavin one is just something scary about her.
Grand
This will be an easy
Inquisitor,
one.
the Grand Eye versus the Frog. I think I know who John's going to. Wow. Who are you going to vote for, John?
It's the Frog Lady. It's the Frog Lady.
Yeah.
Further, we need her for the Razor Crest. Come on, guys. We just got the Mulder Crease spiders. We need her for that scene. Grand Inquisitor, who's he going to go with on your shelf?
Are you trying to influence us here?
I'm definitely trying to influence,
yeah. Just for the record, neither of these are on my top 25, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't know why I didn't put Frog Lady on there, actually. Mine is heavily Rogue One and original trilogy, I think, and then clones. Surprise, surprise. Garandan, everybody. Why didn't you vote for him? So you've gone for Frog Lady.
Yep.
Nick?
I'm going to go with the Frog Lady this time.
Christian?
Of course, Frog Lady.
Yeah, I'm going Frog Lady as well.
Yes.
Although the Grand Inquisitor would be really cool, but aliens are cool.
Wake up, Mando. She does that as well, Pelimotti, doesn't she? She talks Jawa as well. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
She's great.
Gianni's favorite character.
Right. Chrysanthemum against Hammerhead.
Oh my god.
Oh. I'll go first. I love Hammerhead. He was number 10 on my list, but Chrysanthemum is number 2, so I have to vote Chrysanthemum because he would be seriously cool as a figure. John?
Yeah, same. Hammerhead 2006 one is okay. The Black Series Chrysanthemum is not okay, so gotta go Chrysanthemum.
And Nick?
Yeah, I'm the same. I've got the 2006 one. I'm gonna open it really soon, and I've got Hammerheads coming out, mate. I've got loads of Hammerhead figures, but Chrysanthemum, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Christian, you gonna make it 4?
Chrysanthemum.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That figure.
If they do it really well, it will be
done right.
Really,
yeah.
Bodhi versus Paz.
You could sway people over to 3.75 as well, couldn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, even more so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if I had Paz as number 3, so Paz over Bodhi. Although Bodhi would be awesome, but I'm voting Paz.
Yeah.
Nick.
Paz for me. Yeah. Paz beats Bodhi.
John.
Yeah, Paz. He was also on my list.
And Christian.
I would have gone Bodhi.
Okay, but doesn't matter because it's 3-1. You lose.
Rogue One.
There we go. Look, we are
Wow.
up to the where are we up to? We are up to the what's this equivalent of
quarterfinals? Is it?
The equivalent of the quarterfinals. Yeah. Quarters.
Semis.
Semis and then final. Okay. Dooku. Oh, this is where it gets tough.
Nah, that's not tough for me. That
Dooku versus Velken.
Nah.
This was Velken's matchup last year. I remember that.
And who won?
Really?
Dooku won pretty easily.
Ooh. Okay, then is it easy, Nick? Who you voting
Yeah,
for?
because we're skiffed out. I think we've had a lot of skiff action the last 3 years. So Dooku, because we've been waiting, way longer for any action in that department.
Okay,
Dooku.
I'm saying Dooku. I'm sorry, John, but I'm saying Dooku as well. Dooku was number 7 on my list, but Velken was 13, so pretty high up.
Numbers don't lie. You gotta stick to it.
Because Dooku is higher up, I've got to go with that. John,
I love the prequels. I love Clone Wars, but I gotta vote for Velken this time. Velken was on my list. Let's close out this skiff. Dooku can wait a little bit longer.
It is a great argument. Hang on a sec. Hi, boss. Little boss. Hope all well. Thank you for everything you do for the TVC collecting world. Much appreciated. Much love. Thank you, mate. Good to see you here.
Miko.
What's he say?
My boy. I need Snoke.
He's saying upsets happen. So we've got Dooku for me. Dooku. Did I say? Yeah, I said Dooku. Dooku for Nick. Velken for John and Christian.
Out of those two, I'd go Dooku.
Yeah, it is out of these two. Yeah.
That's all right.
Dooku goes through, John. Miko, sorry, mate. And he's going to be up against either old Ben Kenobi or the second sister.
Can we get it Elite 8, all old men? Is that possible this time? I don't know.
Oh, Dooku! I want to see a bit of Dooku. Dooku v old Ben. I mean, they're just polar opposites, aren't they? That would just be an awesome lightsaber fight, anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Master Kenobi, you disappoint me.
I haven't got either of these actually in my 25, to be honest. So I'll leave myself till last on this one. John?
She gets the Carlo bump, so I got to go second sister.
The Carlo bump?
Yeah, Carlo from SWTVC. He just loves her. Number one, his favorite, all-time favorite.
Right.
But, Ben, we have a few Obi-Wans, so.
Christian?
Second sister for me.
Nick?
I'm going to have to keep going with Ben, but you'll be out later anyway, probably.
Right, so neither of these were on my thing. Second sister would be cool. It would be. But Ben Kenobi's the OG. So it's Ben Kenobi. Ben goes through, yeah? 3-1. Right.
It goes to the vote.
It goes to the chat. It goes to the chat. So it's not over yet. Right then, chat. Is it Ben or is it the second sister? Start your vote.
Daniel Chart's already voted 15 times.
I can see, yeah. Don't worry, I've got his number. Ben. Oh, it's a clean sweep. Snoke. Raging Bold Pictures. I wonder where Snoke where did Snoke finish? I know we've already had him, but
we've had him.
Did anyone vote for him like later on, like in his cut in half or anything stupid like that?
Nobody did. I think there might have been one. I don't know, as a joke, hopefully, but
yeah,
crazy.
Snoke
wasted vote.
No,
we've had him. You know what I mean?
Ben. I think it's Ben, isn't it?
I think it's Ben.
Old dude bracket. Yeah. Right. Oh, Luke Skywalker versus Baze.
Ooh, no.
Oh, it's an easy. It's no contest, that surely.
It is for me. Luke Skywalker was number 4 on my list, so 100% it's Luke for me.
Yeah.
Your Luke, Nick?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Christian?
Baze, come on. Qi'ra is sat there. Qi'ra is sat there waiting.
But you've got your 5 POA Baze though, haven't you?
Yeah, but
we haven't had a Luke for bloody donkey's years.
Oh, come on.
Except for
I'm one with the Force
retro
and the Force
collection.
with me.
And that's another 5 POA Luke there, the retro collection one.
John?
This is hard. This is too hard. Oof. I might have to send it to the chat. I'll vote for whoever sends it to the chat. It should be Baze, right?
Are either of those on your top 25?
Neither was.
Farm Boy Luke, can we specify?
Yeah.
Not just any.
So so it's 2 all. We're putting it to the chat.
I have to. I can't make this decision is too intense for me. Too much pressure.
Right, here we go. Luke, Baze, Young Farmer. Chirrut is waiting for his lover. Luke. Blame Hasbro for releasing mediocre Lukes. Luke, Baze. Would love to see Baze. Luke, Velken.
Yes,
Paul's
Collectibles.
Luke. Paul's Collectibles says Baze. Those are for mainstream for John's 225.
Yeah.
Whiny Luke, Baze, Luke. I think there's more Lukes. There's more Lukes.
Wow, the chat's gone mental, isn't it?
There's more Lukes.
Should have been more Simaloo, but that's all right.
Yeah, no, that's a shame, that one, isn't it?
Squid Head versus Krennic.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, God, I think I know where I'm going here.
This one is tough.
They both have great soft goods capes, I think.
Right. I had Krennic at number 9 and Squid Head at number 11. So if I'm going to go with my thing, which I probably rushed at the time, I got to go Squid Head. So I'm going to go Squid Head. John?
Yeah, I got to go Squid Head. Aliens versus Imperial officers. I got to go aliens. So,
Nick?
Well, I already have a vintage collection Krennic.
Oh, lovely.
So I don't need him. But I'm going to definitely go with Squid Head. Definitely.
That's 3 Squid Heads, and I'm presuming Christian. No, because you said you like Rogue One, so
I would have gone Krennic.
It's too late.
I know. I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight.
Right, let's go over to the other side of the bracket. Isn't this fun? I'm liking this. Dark Trooper versus Client.
Ooh.
We're going to start with you, John.
Well, seeing Werner Herzog in The Mandalorian, I remember they did it way back at Celebration. That was like the first thing that got me really excited. I was like, I can't believe how nuts they are to be putting Werner Herzog in Star Wars. That's just something I did not expect, something that was awesome. So we got to commemorate it with a client in the Vintage Collection. We all know Dark Trooper's coming at some point, but I think the client needs all the support he can get.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, you see, in my mind, I'm thinking like what you just said, John. You know, when you could see a Dark Trooper coming out in a 4-pack, which is actually what I'd want them to do, wouldn't you?
Yeah, for sure.
You want them on multiple, so yeah, the one man on his own, it's got to be the client. So I'm going to vote for the client there. But
this is where the Dark Trooper bows out for me. He's got as far as he can. We're going to get him at some point. The client, Black Series are getting him. We need him. So he goes through for me as well. Christian?
I would have gone Dark Trooper. Right now, we don't have a Dark Trooper. We don't have the client. If I had to choose which one I want right now, I'm choosing the Dark Trooper.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but it doesn't matter because we voted the client.
We need more.
You said that about
Sorry, Christian.
It's fine. It's fine.
I quite like it doing that though. Right. Oh, could there have been an easier choice for me in this bracket? Kylo, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren versus Cad Bane. Nick?
Yeah, definitely Cad Bane.
Christian?
For the cool factor, Cad Bane.
John?
Since we have several Cad Banes, but no Episode 9 Kylo, I gotta go Kylo here.
I respect that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, because I voted for Kylo before, as you know, putting Piett out. But it's a shame it's not Thrawn versus Kylo. Then you know what I mean. I don't know.
I respect it, but I don't like it. So it's
The Apprentice up there.
3-1, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Look, I'm not going to go there. Cad Bane is ultimately cooler than Kylo Ren. Surely.
He is, but, you know, we have the figures. Right? We need a Kylo at some point. Maybe after Cad Bane, but we do need
Be careful where I went sticking my nose if I were you. It's brilliant, isn't it? I love that.
It's easy for him to say. He doesn't have a nose.
He doesn't, does he? And also,
maybe he stuck it somewhere where he shouldn't.
Yeah.
You could get those more of that species as well. The guy in the cantina as well, maybe.
Yeah. There were quite a few votes for Banis Keeg and Elor's Medak. And then if you read one of the books, they're under aliases, and some of them are canon. It's all confusing, but make the figure. We'll call it what we want later.
Princess Leia versus Frog Lady. Now, we are... What are you laughing at? Did I miss something in the chat?
This is the image. No, the image of Princess Leia versus Frog Lady. Like they're in a ring ready to have a wrestle or something.
This is a tough one though, isn't it? You know, because there's really good reasons for wanting either of them, really. Christian.
Frog Lady wins.
Oh, no.
John?
Not for me.
Frog Lady.
I'm Leia Tim all day long on this one.
I'm Leia as well. This is where Frog Lady bows out for me. We need that Leia so badly.
Come on, chat.
Multiple different scenes we need her for. So,
chat. Frog Lady, come on.
Is it Leia or chat? Or is it Leia or Frog Lady? Is it Leia Lady or Frog Lady?
I mean, Leia might have swivel elbows, but Frog Lady has no articulation because she doesn't exist.
Daniel Chart said it's about as tough as a marshmallow.
Very good.
I presume he wanted Leia. Right, Leia, Frog Lady. Leia.
Ribbit, that's
Leia.
the vote for Frog Lady from Ryan Byrne there, isn't it?
Frog Lady on a Leia lady. Okay, that sounds interesting.
Boys of the Jedi. Yes, Paul's collectibles.
Frog to go with the spiders.
We need like Chris there.
Frog, Leia, Ribbit, Leia. I've seen that vote already, Daniel. Stop it. Modal Nodes, how you doing, my friend?
Timeout.
He says no. It's
lots of frog emojis.
There's a few frogs coming in, but there's more layers. What do you reckon?
More layers. If you kiss the frog, you get a princess.
Yeah, that's all that.
The princess and the frog, yeah.
Frog. Oh, look, frog. Daniel's put Frog Lady now. Come on, man.
That's his final vote. I think we got to give it to Frog Lady.
Leia, Spider should have a Frog Lady. Leia, royalty. I think Leia's taken it. What do you think?
I think that's probably
fair.
It's
definitely
yeah.
It's wrong, but it's fair.
John Miko.
I think Leia's taken it.
Frog Lady in slave Leia outfit.
Oh, now here we go.
Wow.
Black Croissanton versus Mr. Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. Now,
I know. Yeah,
I had these. This is number 2 and 3 in my top 25, and number 2 is Croissanton, so he goes through. Although Paz Vizsla is the second best Black Series figure that exists after the Gamorrean Guard, and they're the only two I have on my shelf. it would be cool in 3.75 Paz, but Chrysanthemum for me. John?
Well, this is hard. I had Paz on my list, but I submitted before Chrysanthemum showed up in the series. Also before Paz came back. I'll stick with that. As difficult as it is, I'll go with Paz for now.
Nick?
Well, it would be nice to go with the Armorer, but no. Chrysanthemum for me out of those two. Tough vote.
The Armorer.
To go with the Armorer, he's saying.
Because to display with the Armorer.
Yeah, I'm just saying it would be nice to have, because there's that they're a trio now, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
when they do Paz, they'll inevitably do a carbonized version 6 months later, so that's something to look forward to.
Oh.
So we've got 2 Chrysanthemums, and Christian.
It's a tough one. Heavy infantry Mandalorian. Throw it to the chat.
We're throwing it to the chat once again. So vote with your fastest finger first.
BK.
Chrysanthemum. John's fired again.
I don't actually want a carbonized version. You just know it's coming.
I hate
when they do
carbonized.
Paz Vizsla.
Oh, look. Paz. Chrysanthemum, Paz. I think it's going towards Paz at this point. Oh, no, here we go. BKs
are coming in now.
BKs.
Yeah, nobody knows how to spell Chrysanthemum, so they're just, it's hard to remember.
BK counts as a vote, and Paz counts as a vote. Paz. This is hard to keep up with. Chrysanthemum.
New backer.
Daniel,
was that new backer?
New backer.
That's quite clever. That's great.
I think Paz might be winning this,
No, there's loads of BKs there.
There was, but there was loads of Pazes as well.
BK, Chrysanthemum. The last 5, I'm saying it. 6 are all black Chrysanthemum.
Paz.
Strike out that black, the Chewbacca repaint vote there, though.
I wouldn't like to call this, Tim.
Paz.
BK, Owen.
More Mando's Paz.
Josh Butt, BK.
Paz. This is like 50-50, man. This is... what are we going to do? Paz is so badass, he is. Flip a coin. Yes, Daniel. Well done. That is a good idea, because
Yeah, he would be awesome with the Armorer, as I say. You've got a nice trio there now. I keep wanting to say season 3 Mando. It's not, is it? It's the Book of Boba Fett.
I don't have a coin on me, so I have...
You just happen to have a chance cube here. Red, black chrysanthemum, blue, Paz Vizsla.
I have a Salacious Rum sticker.
Ooh.
And whichever, if it lands face up, it's black chrysanthemum. If it lands white side up, it's Paz. Okay. It landed that way up. What did I say that was?
So he claims. That's a...
what did I say it was?
Oh, I don't know.
I think you said Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum, right, there you go.
Oh my God, wow.
It was Chrysanthemum or Paz, one of the two.
BK goes through. Right, here we go. We're almost there, guys.
Ooh, final 4.
Dooku or Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Battle of the Old Boys. Nick.
Well, this is where Ben will go out for me, which is not a bad thing because it'll probably be that bloody yellow lightsaber card anyway. So I'll bring in Dooku all the way. Keep him rolling. Dooku for me.
Yep. Ben Kenobi, as much as I wanted that figure, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and Luke Skywalker were all on my list, but Ben wasn't because I felt that I've got the Legacy Collection on loose as a decent enough figure. So
yeah.
But Dooku is number 7 on my list, so I'm voting Dooku 2. So that's 2 for Dooku.
And that 5p away one, Tim, as well, also looks good on the shelf. Really good. Even though you can't do much with those arms, it still is a great figure on that on the shelf, you know.
So, John?
I'll go Dooku.
That's 3. So, Christian?
Dooku.
4 for Dooku. He's strong in this.
Landslide.
He is strong with the Force.
He's stronger than any Jedi, even you.
Luke Skywalker versus Squid Head.
Oh my God. It's getting tough now, isn't it?
I had Squid Head at number 11, Luke Skywalker at number 4, so it's Luke Skywalker for me.
Yeah.
Who's Nick?
Well, Squid goes out because I've got my power. This is where we're looking at what we have, isn't it? And I've got my Power of the Jedi looking really good on my Jabba Palace set. So I need that Luke Skywalker doing, so he goes through. It's got to be done.
Okay, 2 for Luke Skywalker. John?
That may have swayed me a little bit because we do need a better Luke. So I'll go with Luke.
That's 3 for Luke. And Christian?
I probably would have gone for Squid Head out of the 2.
3-1.
Say your line again, Tim. It doesn't matter now because about 10 times to Christian.
I didn't want to be too horrible to him.
I can take it. It's all good.
Yeah. Right. Client or Cad Bane?
Oh.
I'm just trying to see where I had these. Cad Bane is not on my list because I think I submitted this before he was in Book of Boba Fett. Whereas the client is at number 25 on my list, so I've got to go with the client.
Yeah.
Christian.
Well, I do want the client, but I'm going to go with Cad Bane because Cad Bane is so Star Wars.
Yeah.
And we need aliens.
Yeah.
Nick?
It's tough, but because Cad Bane is so confused in my mind, you know, you've got the Clone Wars version, you've got this latest version, and I don't know what we'd get, you know. So I know who the client is and what you get with him. Plus, I like that. Much as John Miko probably doesn't like this, the old guy thing's pretty cool, man. And he's so imperial, isn't he? With that, he's like a mayor, isn't he? With the client for me. Yeah.
So it's 2-1. John?
Yeah. Again, because we have some great animated Cad Banes, but no clients, I gotta go with the client.
Exactly. That's the bottom line as well, John. I gave you all that waffle, but I didn't actually say the main thing, which is that.
Okay.
Sorry, Christian. Cad Bane would be great.
Yeah, no, Cad Bane. Seriously, Christian. Yeah, I can't wait for them to do him. That would be awesome.
We're going to end up with a bunch of humans in the finale.
The client is into the semi-final.
Final 4 here.
Leia versus Chrysanthemum.
Wow.
I've got Chrysanthemum as number 2 and Leia as number 6. So I've got to go with my thing. So it's Chrysanthemum once again. It's funny how I put Chrysanthemum. Mind you, Chrysanthemum was in an earlier episode, wasn't he? So I must have voted because I would have definitely put Cad Bane in after I'd seen him in the Book of Boba Fett.
Because I think Cad Bane appeared after it. The submissions closed, but we had seen like 5 episodes by that time.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't think that through, did you, John? Right?
I'll check with Disney next time to make sure their schedules are clear of the March Madness submissions.
That's my vote. Chrysanthemum. Christian?
Chrysanthemum.
Nick?
This is a really hard one. I feel like, oh man. Yeah. I feel like my Chrysanthemum box is ticked because I've got like a really good custom Tarful out there. And Leia needs doing, but I really want to do it for 3.75, given the shocking Chrysanthemum that's in the 6-inch or whatever. Go with Chrysanthemum there.
3 chrysanthemums, John.
Well, if I could leapfrog Frog Lady into this, I would do that. But since I can't, I will vote for. I'll go for Chrysanthemum.
4 chrysanthemums. Sorry, Princess Leia.
I know it's a shame that
you had a good run. And as John said at the start, none of these are bad choices because it is the top 64 out of 400 and something votes. So all of these are wanted. Right. So first semi-final, we have Mr. Count Dooku versus Farm Boy Luke Skywalker.
Oh my God, that's a horrible split that is.
That's why it's good. We're going to go with John.
I gotta go Dooku.
You got to go Dooku. Now, Dooku obviously was #1 seed, so it's not surprising that he's got through to the semi-final, and you're putting him through to the final. Nick?
It's a shame I didn't speak before John then, because he said that I influenced him earlier. So if I would have said what I was going to say now, maybe it would have changed his mind. But what you said earlier about Dooku, that you've got a load of good Dookus, I have as well. And so this comes down to the figure now, and I need Luke more than Dooku in terms of loose. So I've got to go for Luke.
Christian?
Dooku for me.
Why?
Because I've got several Lukes. Yes, I've got several Dookus, but if I was looking at 2 on the pegs and I needed to make a decision, I'd probably go with Dooku.
The only decent Luke I've got, I've had to do head swapping and customization, get the 30th anniversary figure and swapping the head. So it's like, it's ridiculous.
Mine was made in 78.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, right, well, this is a modern figure. who invited him?
The retro March Madness is another time.
Right. So we've got 2 Dookus, 1 Luke Skywalker, right? Yeah. I'm going to consult my top 25. I had Dooku at number 7, but Luke Skywalker at number 4.
Oh, great.
So Luke Skywalker is 2-all. We have to consult the chat.
Wow.
Luke...
And I never thought I would put Dooku out of anything in this, but obviously it's mad. This is the crazy thing about this game here.
Yeah.
Head to head with someone like Luke.
Luke or Dooku chat. We have
Luku
216 people. What I think that might be a record, 216.
What have you got, Tim? What's going on?
216 people in the chat. That's crazy. Great. 218 people in the chat. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it.
Destroy the like button.
Yes, do it.
Yeah, hit the like button. Right, here we go. Luke, Dooku, Luke, Dooku, Luke. So there's 3 Lukes for every Dooku at the moment. Dookie, Luke.
Someone said Dookie before.
Luke. It's Luke's taking it at the moment. Saramano Dooku. Luke all day. Dooku, Luke. Destroy the resistance. You're voting two or 3 times now. Dooku. Oh, a few Dookus just came in. Luke, Skyhopper.
I don't know if Mike's watching. My mate Mike, but he'd be voting for Luke Skywalker now.
Luke.
Sorry, guys. Just whilst Tim's looking through this, what is an upset? I might come across as stupid here, but what is an upset?
That's when the lower seeded character jumps over the higher seeded character or team. If this was an actual sports event.
It's like,
yeah. That's why we have the numbers.
An underdog winning, yeah.
Okay.
Because Luke was ranked number 4, but Dooku was ranked number 1.
Someone's put flip a coin or sticker again. I don't think I need to do that this time. I think it's looking like Luke, to be honest. I think everyone can agree that the chat is mainly Luke. So Luke's going through to the final. And
wow.
Great.
He is Star Wars, isn't he? The classic Luke Skywalker character.
Interesting.
Right. Second semi-final, we have the Client versus Black Chrysanthemum. I had Black Chrysanthemum as number 2. The Client is number 25. So it is easily for me Chrysanthemum, although I do like the Client. And we'll go to Nick.
Sorry, what were we voting for there? I wasn't listening.
Black Chrysanthemum or Client?
Oh right, yeah. I thought I thought they'd already gone head to head. Who did the Client go against before?
Bane.
Bane. Right, yeah. Yeah, they're both kind of equivalent in terms of a new character, aren't they? So I think I'm gonna have to go with Chrysanthemum there. He's just too much. He's more badass, isn't he? He's going to be a good bit of plastic there, and also
for Chrysanthemum, Christian.
Yeah.
Chrysanthemum.
They'll do a really good job on it.
Wow.
They'll make him amazing, won't they? You'd hope.
John.
I was going to go Client, but
But you've been outvoted.
We need the old guys to still make it to the final two.
Chrysanthemum in the
Get some
final.
aliens as well.
Wow, whoa. Okay, crazy.
So, sorry, what seed was Chrysanthemum?
He was, he's on here at, trying to find it. Number 22.
And Luke Skywalker?
Number 4.
Wow.
Okay.
Right, this is the grand final. Luke Skywalker.
I mean, how
versus
can you get?
Chrysanthemum. Sorry, John.
Well, no, how could you get any more from the original trilogy, the main character of the original trilogy in his original look, versus one of the newest characters on the screen?
Amazing how it works, isn't it? Now, I've got to be true to my list, and it's very close, which I'm pleased about because it means ones that I like are up there. I had Luke Skywalker at number 4, but I had Black Chrysanthemum at number 2. And if you discount Garandan, which nobody else wanted for some unknown reason, he would have been my number 1, basically. So it pains me to do this, but I've got to vote for Black Chrysanthemum.
Well, this is crazy, actually, because if you think about it, I actually thought Chrysanthemum was out already. I thought Paz actually was going to beat him. That was that crazy round.
It went to the chat, yeah.
If it wasn't,
it was all on the flip of the sticker.
Well, that's the one, is it? Well, there you go. I mean, if we weren't voting for, you got to think about. Sorry, I'm just taking over this thing now. But...
I do think Black Chrysanthemum was possibly ahead in the chat.
Oh yeah, and he's a good choice.
So who are you going with, Nick?
Well, if this was Luke Skywalker versus Paz Vizsla, it would be Luke all day, but it's slightly more tricky now. But I've got to stay true to the OT there and go with Luke Skywalker because I can't stand having to wait any longer for a figure that's massively overdue. And
me too, which is why he was number 4 in my thing. Christian?
You can probably guess. I've got Luke Skywalker. I don't have Chrysanthemum. It's got to be Chrysanthemum.
But
John?
Yeah, agreed. As crazy as it is on this matchup, I got to go Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum takes it 3-1, and Chrysanthemum is the winner of the 2022 bracket on this live stream. Yes. He may not win the whole thing, but it's I don't know if it's a good indication or not, but
very interesting.
He is our winner. There we go. Let me just put him down here where he's supposed to go.
Which is not a bad consolation prize, but he's great. But shame.
It'd be interesting to know what the chat would have chosen out of the two.
Yeah. In the chat, put who you would have voted for had it come down to your decision.
And people were saying, let us vote. You get to vote on Monday on the SWTVC Instagram page. I got to plug it again.
Absolutely.
But we'll have, and I'm sure Tim will talk, but we'll provide another link for people that don't have Instagram. But voting, that's not just us 4, even though our opinions are,
So
solid.
People that can't vote on your Instagram stories, can they vote another way?
We're working out. We'll probably have a Google poll for people that don't have Instagram that will send a link out that day through the various websites.
If people in the chat, if you're on Instagram, you should be following SWTVC. They're an awesome page. They put out daily posts, really cool stuff. Obviously, massive fans of the Vintage Collection, hence the name SWTVC. But yeah, in their Instagram stories, they will be doing you can actually interact and vote on. You can click the button and vote. And when do you think? When's the final?
So it'll be, I forget, I need to make a calendar of this, but it's going to be, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think it'll be near the end of the month is the actual finale.
Hence the March Madness.
Yes.
Yeah. So leave it across. Yeah. Let it run for the whole month. But as you say, like people should be following you on Instagram and interacting and getting their votes. And as a side note, guys, to people in the chat, am I right in saying that Emily, who is the designer for the Vintage Collection, keeps a close eye on the brackets? That's right? She does. It's
yeah. They mentioned in the last Q&A that they take a look at things like the brackets and stuff. So any noise you make, but this is a good way for everybody to kind of come together.
Didn't she liked the
She
start
did, yes,
of it,
yes.
right? She liked the post. Yeah. So as you've said before, and a lot of the figures that have come from the previous bracket have been made, but they would have been planned before the bracket. But it's just good to see that sort of synergy, that lineup of what the fans want and what they're making sort of matches up.
In the last year, 14 of the 64 have been made. Again, they would have probably been in some level of production before the bracket, obviously. But it's just nice to see to think about our priorities as collectors and as a whole community, and then to see when it lines up with Hasbro's productions realities. So
cheers, John, mate. You didn't have to do that, my friend, but thank you very much.
Nice.
He says, how did Kleeglass not make the bracket? He screams action figure.
That's what I'm saying. He was my number 5 going
Thanks,
into
guys,
it.
for a lot of fun. It has been a lot of fun. It's been great. So quick plug for everyone before we do go. We've just plugged John. John, you've got your own Instagram page as well, though, haven't you?
Yeah, it's at the Vintage Concepts, where I design card backs for figures that I want to see in the Vintage Collection. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
but then do a lot of stuff at SWTVC as well, including this bracket stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Nick, everyone knows where to find you, but John, just give
well, I was having a look to see. I'm very close now to 6,000 subscribers, and I just thought when I do get there, I will be giving away this. I think.
Oh wow,
lovely!
It's nice. It was made by Tatooine Customs. It's got the 5 POA figure in there, but that's a really nice. He gave me a choice of 2 images for the card back. The other one was the one when he's like, is he touching his chin? I don't want to say he is, but he is, isn't he? Yeah, but
like
I actually,
portrait.
That's the one I'd like Hasbro to do. I don't know why. I like the long shot of him, but I will. I'll give that away when I get to 6,000, which is not long, not far.
That is a great custom there.
Yeah, he does it really well. He does like the compartments, the inner, whatever you want to call it, the inner tray.
The tray,
really
yeah.
well. So
Wow,
they're brilliant, really good.
So you can find Nick at Only One Kenobi, Twitter, Instagram.
I'll chuck on a patch as well.
There you go. And Christian does have a YouTube channel, and he's on Instagram, Smuggler's Canyon.
Correct. Yeah. I'm just a geeky man child that collects toys still. I mean, Star Wars is a big focus, but I do collect other toy lines as well. So yeah.
Yeah,
check out good company, I'd say.
It's a great channel. Check out his channel, everybody. I forgot to put any description in this video, I think, and no tags or anything. So sorry about that. But I've just told you where you can find everyone. So I'll try and put some links in afterwards if I remember. Daniel Chart says, "Where's my patch?"
Yeah, it's coming. I know. Yeah, it's terrible. Where's anybody's patch? I'm on it now. I've just been doing a load of envelopes.
Gets the patches made, doesn't send them to anyone.
It's terrible. I've had it for months. Terrible.
Just all over your jacket, you with 40 patches on the back.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry about that. People waiting for them.
Let's just unshare, stop sharing the screen. There we go. There we can see us all a bit better now. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming on to the first Vintage Collection show of the year. It's been awesome. And thank you, John, for putting the bracket together with Tyler and Evan. I know all of you have put loads of work into that. And, it's good for people like myself and Nick, who are obviously dedicate our time to our channels to do with the Vintage Collection. There's another load of people out there. John from the Vintage Collection Facebook group, Chris from Bantha Skull. You know, we're all in it for the same reason. So thanks for coming on, mate. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to you, Nick. Thank you to you, Christian, and thank you to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody. Sorry, mate.
No, just thanks for hosting us. It's been awesome.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
And thank you to everybody in the chat. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the super chats. It's been awesome. What have I got coming up on my channel? I've got some decent reviews coming next week. Let's just say that. Got some nice figures turning up. So, so some good reviews. So we're gonna be doing those, and tune into our Ask Boss Bounty tomorrow every Sunday. So thank you guys for tuning in. Haven't forgotten anything, have I, guys?
I think you got it covered.
We've been going
remember to
for
vote on Monday.
Yeah, vote on Monday at the Instagram, at the SWTVC on Instagram.
Get involved.
Make sure you get involved in the bracket. Yeah. So thank you all for watching. We've been going 2 hours 45 minutes. It's been awesome, and we're gonna log off now. So take it easy, folks.